there by Jewel it was. Comes out to Johns, can't handle a footy. In the middle of the ground, Roland Beck picks it up. He's tackled immediately. Coming through strongly, Dave Kennedy. Another player in the middle of the ground, which is a surprise. Handball came out to Clayton, the ruckman, and his left foot goes inside 50 for the first time. Chug it is. Picks it up, hooks it around the body. Hasn't hooked it anywhere near far. Oh, it's coming back, but no, not quite far enough. But first score of the day to Werribee Central's off the boot of Brendan Chugger behind. East Geelong yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and it took 40 seconds.
Yes, it's going to get down to the forward half very, very quickly with this wind behind it.
And the designated kicker in is usually Baker.
An interesting cookie behind the goals down there. A very big contingent of North Geelong players from yesterday.
Yeah, having a bit of a look. As Baker brings the ball back into play against the breeze. Good kick as it's gone well outside the field.
Oh!
There's a mark!
Mark,
Simon Calvert.
It's got to be Simon Calvert.
Oh, you'd go anywhere to see a mark like that.
Right,
that is sensational.
It was high. He got up in the breeze. The breeze, he was that high, the breeze blew him back about 15 metres. And he took a beauty. Now he put a short kick in towards the centre half forward. It wasn't a good one.
Cornish free
might
kick.
have got one in the back. I think you got it right, Laurie. He's getting up and go back to take the free kick. Well, what a mark. Wouldn't want the replay, would you?
Oh, that was sensational. And people come miles to see marks like that in football, wherever it is. Just he stood on the bloke's shoulders. Sensational. There's a little bit of fooling out there too. Anthony McCurry and Joseph Verstuga, they're just exchanging pleasantries.
Wishing each other good luck for the day.
I think so, yes.
Now let's see what Cornish can do. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Man on the mark stands at 25 metres out from goal. Nathan Cornish received the free kick. It is a dreadful kick. He hit it badly and it went further to the right as it swung away. And just that's a shocking miss. 1 point only. Golden opportunity missed there by Nathan Cornish.
Sean Cornish, I think it might be, is it?
Sean, yes.
So two behinds to Werribee Centrals. East Geelong yet to score, and we've been playing just over 2 minutes. Jason Verstuga and Anthony McCurry still having words. Baker, beautiful kick in again, outside 50. Heath Buck can't take the mark at first attempt, butters up. That's a head-high tackle. No, said the umpire, play on. As the ball half-back flank, Jason Verstuga
got a high tackle.
I think it was Anthony McCurry tried to tackle him, actually, and now he's just let him know all about it. And
he's hurt him too.
If it's only a free kick, he'd be very, very fortunate. So Jason Verstuga taking a long time to get up from the ground, and
they might have rued the fact that they did that because it might just wake him up.
Oh, absolutely. Like he's beware the wounded tiger, don't they say?
That's right.
He's going to need a minute or two. I've just got him on the screen here. It doesn't look too hot to me.
So Verstuga now just puts the ball on the boot, goes towards centre half forward. Mark paid there to Mick O'Leary.
He's in the back half.
And he's playing in the back half this week. So a few changes positionally for both sides. Free kick currently half-back flank to Mick O'Leary for East Geelong.
Taking his time, Mick going into the breeze, sizing up an option. Then elects to kick it just long around the line a bit. Up in front, the big fella Zudo couldn't mark. Got support from Hildegrand at ground level. Good play. Hampash does it in the running Maloney. Got a little kick in as he was tackled. Didn't get too far. Chopped off there. Picked up by, that might have been Hood. It was. But that's Twaits, is it? Grabs the ball across half back and kicks it across the goal towards the grandstand side. Wasn't a good kick at all because he's only succeeded in picking out Chris Carlin, who took the mark forward. East Geelong, he kicks it into the forward line. The lead from Hill is on and is honoured. He takes the mark. Be a tough shot from goal. Distance probably not too bad. Got to kick it probably 35 metres, but very swirling breeze, and he's got to start it. Well, probably in between the goal post and the left point post to allow it to swing back far enough. Be a good kick from here.
Andrew Hill, prodigious kick normally. Accuracy might be the key, as Cookie's indicated. Swirling wind down there. Pine trees behind the goals perhaps might thwart the wind a little. Hill moves in. That's a good looking kick. He's kicked at the left hand goal post. The wind's brought it back beautifully, and that's the first goal of the game. It's gone to Hill. It's gone to East Geelong. Though 1 goal, 6. They lead Werribee Central's 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 4.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I guess that's my job here, and I keep harping on scoreboard pressure. Cornish should have kicked that goal. He missed it. They got 2 points. It should have been 1-2. Good bad kick there from Swaits across the ground there. If you're going to go across the ground, you've got to make sure you nail it properly. And
but there was no one to kick it to. That was what surprised me. The only bloke there was the fellow he hit on the chest in Carlin. Back into the centre. The umpire starts play once again. Little flick out of the pack, goes to Pastuka. He goes on the left foot, tumbles a punt towards half forward. A clean bowl, Calvert. Out they come. Chug comes out, got a hand pass away over the top. Chance here for little Millard to pick up the footy. The Caravan got it. They tackle him, then let him go. So we've hand passed over the top of the pack. Got it out wide to Baker. Baker goes around the boundary line with a further hand pass. Wasn't a bad one. He received the old 1-2 there. That was well done. That came from Maloney. Baker kicks up towards Breed, who leads out and marks on the far side centre wing.
So Breed on centre wing with Thwaites on the mark, kicks it high, Breeze holds it up towards half forward, Zudo in front, can't take the mark, good spoil by Cunningham, ball at ground level, Gillam picks it up, off a step, tries to get a kick away, can't not handled there by Roland Beck, and finally Werribee with a handball out to Pastuka. That's a better looking control kick. It's almost running along the ground to centre half forward. Leading in the race for the football, there's Millard. Does well for East. The handball though. Is it intercepted by Calvert? There's Cornish went down again. And also Calvert goes down. Some fierce tackling out there at the moment. I think there's a few mistakes as well. Ball dropped there. Calvert, he's picked up and thrown to the ground. Umpire said no prior opportunity. And there's interesting. There is a little bit of sentiment in football. That was very nice then. Anthony McCurry went past, patted Joseph Paterka on the back, said sorry mate, and apology accepted. Now that's terrific. Oh, he's buck grabbed high on the neck. Has just had the head ripped off. The hair's grown a bit, hasn't it?
I think it has.
Goodness me. Perhaps that's the TV bit, is it?
I think it's the TV bit, mate.
He's got a bit wild and woolly, the ankle, hasn't he?
Yes, he hasn't been haven't sighted him like that, but good to see him back playing. And I tell you what, in bygone days, he didn't miss these. The man on the mark's at 35 metres directly in front. Very strong breeze.
And he's kicked this too. They've gone 7 minutes, haven't kicked a goal with the breeze yet.
Yes, that's exactly right. And in the finals last year, it was their first quarter explosive effort that won the grand final for them. Well, they haven't started that well today. As Heath Buck moves in. Good, steady approach. Plenty of talk around the kick. It's a glorious kick from Heath Buck. Goal umpire moves across, but I think he'll put the two fingers up. He does, and that's the first goal of the game to Werribee Centrals. Off the boot of Heath Buck, they go to 1-2-8. They lead East Geelong 1 goal, 6 victory trophies. First quarter scoreboard, and as Cookie indicated, 7 minutes just gone.
Yeah, there seems to be a few fumbles around the scrimmages, Eric. It was a fair indication to me that this is an elimination final. And
Chris Carlin blood rule, he didn't seem in the play, so perhaps there's a bit of heat out there.
There could be, mate. And
Mark Senjob's come on. He don't mind mixing it up a bit either. But add a bit of spice to the game.
He's had a little bit of angry hand as well, isn't he?
He's feisty. I like to call him feisty. Yeah. Back to the centre. Umpire getting ready to start proceedings. Here he goes. Big ruckman there. I picked that one, but McCurry might have won that one down. Comes out of the back of the pack, picked up there by Thwaites across half-back for Werribee. He kicks the ball out wide. Got a lead from Kennedy. Good enough to bend down and pick it up. The kick wasn't all that good, but Kennedy honoured it. He got a short pass to Brad Jewell. Jewell chips it back into the centre now to Gillam, who comes across and drifts beautifully and takes the mark. He's going to swing the play wide out towards the grandstand side, half-forward flank. Miller did very well in that situation with the fist. Punched it away from his opponent there in Montgomery. The ball's
great catch.
Just on the 50-metre line. And that was Montgomery, I think, that took that mark. A beautiful diving effort. It was a real slips catch. The wind swirling the ball and he slipped away to his left and took a beauty. Now he's going to have a shot for goal. This will test him with breeze or not. The man on the mark stands right on 50 metres. Not too sure about his kicking style. Let's find out about Luke Montgomery. No leads given, so he's going to go back and put the boot in it and try to kick it too hard. Grubbed it, wasn't a good one at all. Mark dropped in the goal square there by Baker, it might have been, for East Geelong. Taps the ball towards the fence. McCurry's got it, he's tackled. He hand passes along the boundary line. They've got it out almost to the defensive 50 East. They're working hard in defence. But the chance here as the hand pass come back, illegal hand pass I would have thought.
Yeah.
Dropping the ball's been called. Good tackle there. And that Joel Carter was the recipient of the free kick on Brendan Chugg.
Shocking play by Brendan Chugg then. He had plenty of time to get the handball to Heath Buck, who was standing on his own.
And now he's given away 50.
Mouthed off.
Don't know what the story was. I couldn't see.
I couldn't see his lips, Lou, but he's ventriloquist, I think. But he obviously said something.
I wonder if the ball didn't go back in the full. However, the free kick has gone to East towards half-forward flank. Coming through Sudo. Can't pick it up. Hildebrand helps him out. Picks the footy up. Kicks towards centre half-forward. Good defensive work for Werribee Centrals. Handball came to Thwaites, or shocking kick fell into the arms of Beck. Beck now with players all around him. gets a kick towards Clayton the ruckman in the middle of the ground. Nice handball to Simmons. Simmons now, they've got the loose man. There's down the ground paid by the umpire. The advantage is going to come back to who's going to have the kick. Chris Gillam. I think Chug was where the ball landed, but ball will be handed, I think, to Chris Gillam. The man on the mark is on 50, although I think he might have a couple more metres.
They've been trying to kick goals from too far out from I reckon. They're trying to kick the ball too hard and the ball not spinning correctly off the boot. Now let's see if Gillam can do any better. That's a better kick. He got underneath that one, right to the goal square it goes, drifting in from behind the pack. Look, he would have taken a mark there. Off his hands, it's gone through for a point, and the player just
Calvin, was it? No?
No. He's just out of screen. I couldn't get him. But
Johns, is it 29, I think, but it's behind.
He should have taken the mark in the goal square.
139 Werribee, 1 goal 6 East Geelong. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, almost 11 minutes gone. The ball has transferred very quickly to centre wing. Mark taken by Calvert, handball to Festuca, and now to half forward flank. It looked like Buck kicking the ball back into the corridor. Unfortunately, a nest of East Geelong players there. A lot of fumbles, and gee, there's a bit of pressure out there at the moment. There's a good tackle by Mick O'Leary. Ball come out to Jewell. He can't control it, and it's gone toward the boundary and over. Half forward flank for Werribee Centrals. 11 minutes gone. 139 Werribee, 1 goal 6 East. Not enough yet, Loz?
No, Eric, and I think the wind out there is playing havoc with the skill errors too. There's quite a number of errors out there at the moment. It's fairly difficult, I think.
Yeah, very difficult, I think. A little kick from Werribee over the top for Stukas. Mark didn't go the full distance, so he plays on in the pocket. Left foot kick in towards the corridor. Mark dropped by Henriksen. Tackle later, hand pass come out of the pack. A shot on goal. It's a goal.
Sean Simmons.
Simmons it is. He's kicked one for Werribee Centrals, just about 20 metres out. The ball came out to him, and he made no mistake. And that's where you got to kick him from, not try to kick him from 55 metres out.
Absolutely. 2 goals, 3-15 Werribee Centrals, 1 goal East Geelong. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone, and maybe he's been inspired. His old side just won the reserves elimination final, Loz. Belfast Hill.
Yes. Well, he's a handy player for him up there, Eric. Sean, there's no doubt about that, and he's got a little bit of skills there before. He got caught here before, able to get onto his left foot and get it to, well, he got a free kick as he got tackled heavily, but he still got boot the ball and got it down, and they benefit from that.
We saw Karkoukas just come onto the ground.
Straight into the middle.
And replaced Brad Jewell. He's an on-baller, so that's where you're supposed to be, I suppose, as the ball goes up in the middle once again. Clayton and McCurry. Oh, clearly tapped down for Clayton. Intercepting there, it was Chamberlain. Handball to O'Leary. Kick towards half forward. Oh, thrown out there. Terrific tackle there by the Werribee defence on Chris Carlin back on the ground. As the ball very congested, centre half back for Werribee. It comes out wide. Mark taken there. It looks like Fitzgerald is
Maloney.
Maloney, good call. And he's just forward of centre. Nice long kick into the breeze. The leaders come there from Andrew Hill, but coming across with Zudo. Gee, he kept his eyes on it. He would have taken the mark, but the ball falls to ground. Ball thrown out. Roland Beck now accepts a hand pass. Kicks towards half-back flank. Here go Werribee through Johns towards centre half, or the centre of the ground. Colbert takes the mark. Finally gets the ball to foot. Picked up by Hood of East Geelong. He goes to half-forward flank player. On his own is Mick O'Leary, and he must be having an on-ball roll, I think, Loz, because now he's on half-forward flank.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And chips the ball to the lead there of Zudo. Doesn't, well, I don't, with the umpire, I just saw a signal there, hit the arm, so it wasn't a mark that he's paid. He's paid the free kick. And Johnny Tatnell, actually.
I reckon he got it right because he was going to take the mark for sure. He had it, and then the arm got pulled, and then that's when it came away. It wasn't a punch, it was a pull on the arm.
No, very good call from the umpire, and very good that he gave the signal. At least we get some indication of what's happening out there. And Zudo now, the man on the mark's about 45 metres out. He'll be kicking right into the face of this bruise, I'd suggest.
Be a good kick from there.
Very good kick. Can kick the footy, as we know. 14 minutes gone. So it's Ronimir Zudo.
He's the guy most likely, isn't he?
Yes, probably from anywhere within 50. He is some sort of a chance, but we'll see how good it is. No, the wind's holding that. It's only going to get halfway by the time the wind got hold of it. To the front of the pack, and Roland Beck takes it toward the boundary.
Good fist Kennedy there. He read the play well. He went with the ball as it swung away and put the fist in it, made sure there wasn't a mark taken close to goal. Beck couldn't handle it, went out of bounds.
There's a blood rule. I think one of the umpires signalling. I'm not too sure who the player is.
A bit of blood rules going on. There's been a couple of backhanders.
It's a Werribee boy around the back here.
And it's the umpire that gave it from the middle of the ground. So perhaps he saw what was transpiring.
Well, you got a bit of claret under the nose for sure.
And Chris Kelly will come on. It's yes, there's a bit of activity. Must have been in that last marking contest deep in the back pocket for Werribee. Looks like Justin Johns. If
I think it is.
If my
Yeah, I think it is too.
selection is all right.
All right, the ball now. Chris Kelly's got on the ground, resumed the position vacated by Justin Johns. And the umpire starts play again. The boundary umpire throws into play, knocked down by Zudo. Hildebrand crashed his way through the pack, tried to get a kick in. He was smothered off the boot. Zudo tries a toe poke in there, goes back past O'Leary. Here comes Hildebrand. Couldn't quite hang on. Adams lays a great tackle. No free kick given. The ball didn't look to get out of the Werribee player's hands correctly for mine. And Johnny Adams might have been a bit unlucky. It's wrapped up down there, about 20 metres out, 15 metres out from goal. And East Geelong have started very well. They've kicked one goal into the breeze. That was kicked by Andrew Hill. And they got 6 points on the board at 2-3-15 to Werribee Centrals.
Ball comes down from the ball up and running onto Josephus Duker. He's well tackled by Hood. Ooh, might have been a little lucky. Perhaps had an opportunity to get rid of it, Cookie. You had a close eye on that?
No,
I didn't think he did.
I think good decision.
So ball up now, 35 metres directly in front of the East Geelong goal. Gerard Breed to contest this against Thwaites. Neither get a clear tap away, although Thwaites picks it up at ground level, kicks to the middle to the ruckman Clayton, and he on his left foot out wide. Colbert's out there for Werribee Centrals, does well, stopped the ball behind him, comes back, picks it up. Now where's he going to go with it? To the middle of the ground. Werribee with numbers out there. Mick O'Leary, 1 out against 3, does very well, but well, it came back to Colbert. He slipped on the ground and takes a while to get up. Might have hurt his knee there, I think, as the ball from the for East Geelong goes into the half-forward flank.
Was Chamberlain got a kick quick away there, Laurie? Did you get that?
Yes, I got that one.
I thought you would. You're a marvel.
Yeah, quality kick.
And found the safety of the boundary. It's 45, 50 metres from the goal area for East Geelong, and so far a very defensive quarter.
Boundary umpire taking a bit of time, sucking the breath in, throws it, just about comes back to him. That wind's that strong. No real attempt to get the ball out the pack till Johnny Adams grabbed it, fired up a hand pass, little left foot kick around the body, might have been Lucas, got it into the forward zone. Here's a chance for East Geelong if he can pick it up. He had it and got tackled. Chris Carley, he went for goal and he lost the footy in the tackle. He had to kick it a bit quicker than that. It's still in their defence and in their attacking zone. It comes out to Hildebrand. He has a flying shot with the right foot. It's coming back. It's a goal. Great goal, Hildebrand. Well played by Ben Hood, who got the ball out to him, and Hildebrand made no mistake, and a very good goal against the breeze.
Yeah, second goal for East Geelong. 2 goals, 12. Werribee Central's 2-3-15. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. Almost 18 minutes gone, and Laurie, that might be a key moment in this game.
Certainly, Eric. A great opportunity for them there. They made Hildebrand very good around the goals, as we've seen in other games we've witnessed. But
well, he's stocky, he's strong, isn't he?
That's right, and exactly that. And that's a good goal because that wind's very, very strong out there now at the moment. We could get by that Zudo kick, how it held up.
Well, there's a whistle on play at the ball up. It's a free kick going to Werribee Centrals.
Boundary umpire gave that one.
Go to Clayton.
Too many players in the centre square, I'd suggest. And there's Clayton, a big kick to centre half forward. Colbert held out of the marking contest. Scotty Gibson, I think, might have been the offender there. And that's a surprising matchup, isn't it? Gibson on Colbert.
But he didn't argue with it, Scotty Gibson.
No, I think he knew. And Simon Colbert made sure the umpire saw it, of course.
Oh, yeah. But again, the man on the mark, Scotty Gibson, stands, about 46, 47 out from goal. So again, they're going to be trying to kick goals from the 50-metre arc. And it's tough when it's all right going with the breeze, but it's tough to kick them from that far out.
Well, this bloke, if he's got a flaw in his game, and I've said it before, it is his kicking, and he's hooked that to the left, trying to get distance, and in fact, out of bounds on the full. And, he's a problem within his range, but that was probably just outside it. So the ensuing free kick will come to Baker, I think it looks like, for East Geelong, back in the pocket waiting for the football to come out. The North Geelong blokes, I think, have won the football.
Take it home and practice with. Yeah, it is Baker. He's got the ball now. They may as well
share it around while they got it there. They didn't get much of it yesterday.
Low comments from Laurie to Galley. There's a crack there. You're suggesting some of them wouldn't know what it looked like, Laurie?
So Baker now, huge kick from Baker. Gee, there's nothing wrong with the wind out there. It's landed well outside 50. And just touched inside the boundary as it drifts over. It's got almost a centre wing, so the wind may be swirling around a little bit, but
that was a great kick, wasn't it?
Magnificent kick. So the ball now out of bounds, centre wing, 2-3-15 Werribee, 2 goals, 12 East Geelong. We've been playing 20 minutes.
Clayton versus McCurry. As the boundary umpire throws it in, he's not getting much depth with those. That's how strong the wind is. Didn't even get to the ruckman then. It went to ground. Chamberlain picked it up. He got a kick around his body up towards Zudo on centre wing. Cleverly tapped the ball on to O'Leary. He give it back to Hildebrand, who's kept coming. Shrugs the tackle beautifully. Hildebrand kicked the ball forward. Kennedy got a bad bounce. The big fella comes out. That was Breed. Got a hand pass back towards Zudo in the centre. East Geelong now switched the play. They kick it towards, well, they're going straight for goal. Beautiful kick, and Andrew Hill takes a great mark out in front. He's a long way out from goal, though, and he's a beautiful kick, Hill, but I don't think he's that good. He would have to kick this 50 metres. It was a beautiful mark, and he was leading it in front, and the ball dropped a bit, and he stretched the fingers up and wrapped it back in.
I'd tell you what, he might not be outside his distance. He can kick the footy, and I noticed in the pre-game warm-up,
hood off, Lucas
he was kicking goals.
Yeah, he's kicking from inside the 50. I've just got the 50 there now as he punt kicks. It's a long one. It's fluing away to the right-hand side. Distance was okay. Just missed to the right-hand side. Good kick, Andrew Hill. Unfortunately for the East Geelong boys, not quite as accurate as he wanted.
That's their first blemish, East Geelong, 2-1-13. They trail Werribee 2-3-15. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 21 minutes gone. And Werribee Laurie, I think, need to do a bit fairly quickly.
Yes, they do. There's no doubt about that. Got to get the scoreboard on.
So
Pressure.
Kennedy, the kick in to Festuca. He's still only 25 metres from goal now. He's kicked at the middle of the ground. Well, Bernardo pushed his opponent clearly in the back, but no umpire's free kick. Picked up by Sean Simmons, received a handball, goes into the full forward position, and Calvert, he's a very good finals player, Laurie, isn't he? And he's taken a mark 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. And again, I just repeat, I think the flaw in his makeup could be kicking for goal.
Yeah, mate, he's got the skills of a lot of the players, but I agree with you, Eric.
In fact, if you go back to the original grand final last year, where the man on the mark is, where Simon Calvert has the ball, if he'd have kicked this goal last year, there wouldn't have been a replay.
That's right. It's about the same spot. There's a lot of difference.
Calvert,
that's a shocker.
And I'll tell you what, he's done it again. He's kicked it, barely made a behind. So, very poor kick. I'd perhaps give him some credence with the wind out there, but should have made more out of that. A behind, 2-4-16 to Werribee, 2-1-13 East Geelong. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We're past 22 minutes.
Cornish off, Jewel on.
Now, Baker kicks it to himself and then runs his distance and kicks it out wide towards the centre wing, looking for O'Leary. Couldn't take the mark. Heath Bucks a chance to pick it up at the boundary line a bit close, and there'll be a boundary throw in on the far side of the ground, midway between the wing and the half-forward flank. Werribee Central's in attack. Not making quite enough of the breeze in the first term so far.
O'Malley receives the ball on centre wing. Gee, the wind got hold of that. Terrible kick. Chris Gillum impeded in getting to the football. Play on, said the umpire. Oh, there's a fairly ordinary tackle, but now the umpire's pinged him for dropping the ball. Goodness gracious me. Don't know what happened to his neck and his shoulder and the rest of it. Chris Gillum receives a handball, kicks it to full forward. That's going to land on the floor and almost. Rob Mick O'Leary touched it right on the line. So Chris Gillum, you know, a very good bounce for them, but touched on the line. 2-5-17 Werribee, 2-1-13 East Geelong. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone. It's
2-5 and 2 out of bounds on the full, so it hasn't been a good first quarter for the Centrals. Waiting on Baker, bring the ball back into play. Now, Lucas makes position one side of the ground. He elects to go the far side. Long kick out over the...
Buck, I think.
Yeah.
Buck taken. Yeah, Buck claimed it and the umpire paid it. So Buck wheels onto the right foot, goes in looking for Gillum. He couldn't take the mark. Gibson picks it up for East Geelong. Punt kicks back towards the centre of the ground. He was looking for Zudo, but it didn't get that far. Chopped off there by
O'Malley,
I think it might be, yeah. He kicks to centre half forward and Hendrickson stands his ground and takes a beauty and a big buff around the ear too from Brig Bernardo. Hendrickson gets up and plays on immediately. Got a hand pass across. This looks like Adams coming up on the left foot. It is.
Chris Carlin.
Carlin, thank you very much. It wasn't much of a kick though. Went towards Hildebrand. He couldn't mark. Chopped up here by Sean Simmons. Carlin goes after him, but Simmons gets the kick in, and the mark taken by Big Clayton in front of the commentary position on the centre wing on the grandstand side.
Huge kick from Clayton's gone right to full forward, backing back as it looked like McCurry there. Can't take the mark.
Ball kick off the ground. I think it's kicked up by...
Was it Heath Buck?
I think
it might have been. Heath Buck kicked off the ground. That's his second goal. A fortuitous, is that the right word?
That is
goal?
the right...
Third goal for Werribee Central. 3 goals, 5-23. 2-1-13 East Geelong Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 24 and a half minutes. I'm sorry, Cookie.
Lucky. What's fortuitous?
Fortuitous means lucky. Well, I get the Oxford Dictionary out,
that
mate.
might be the same.
Yeah, it could be the same.
So
I'll get Hogs to look that up. While we're in, I don't know what that means.
3-5-23 to
that was a top. They definitely needed that.
Oh yeah.
Whether it was luck, fortuitous, or whatever you call it, I don't care. It was they needed it.
it's on the scoreboard.
It's on the
Just
board.
ticked into time on. 25 minutes have gone as up goes McCurry and the racket wins it clearly down, but it's taken out of the centre by Jewel of Werribee. Right foot kick towards half forward Geelong. The ball punched away well by Gibson at ground level. The numbers are with East Geelong as Carlin picks it up. It kicks round the body on the left. It's okay. O'Leary couldn't mark, but good enough to win the footy at ground level. Gets a kick in. Up towards the leading player in Zuto. Bounced in front of him. Hildebrand was there. Knocked away from him. It's back towards centre half forward with a bit of pace. Here comes Duncan Miles, it is. Picks it up. Spears a pass across the goal path there. It didn't get to his target, but Hildebrand good enough. He's playing well. Got a hand pass to Chamberlain. He's right on the 50. Left foot kick by Chamberlain into towards the goal square. Here comes Big Hill. He gets a hand pass away as he's tackled. Comes back and gets it again. Hill. Another hand pass over the top. Hildebrand's in trouble. Has a fresh air shot as he has a kick. Johnny Adams lays a tackle. Too high, said the umpire. That'll be a free kick. That looks like Brad Jewell will take this one in the back pocket for Werribee.
Terrific defence there by Werribee Centrals, and they needed it. Oh, that's a terrible kick, but for Stuka, I'm going to say make it good, but now, well, justice has been done because McCurry picked it up, a magnificent tackle by Jason Festuca, and the whistle has gone, but he said the tackle was too high.
I thought it was too high initially.
Okay, good call. He looked to me to get him round the chest and front on, but the free kick gone to McCurry. It often helps to be the coach, I suppose.
They're getting on well too for Stuka and
So
McCurry.
McCurry now, 40 metres out, directly in front. It's a good effort. Is it going to
Drift away, I
it made the
think.
distance, but just drifted off at the last moment. So behind to McCurry, and behind to East Geelong. 2-2-14. They trail Werribee Central's 3-5-23. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 26.5 minutes gone.
Dave Kennedy waiting for the ball. Here he's got it now in the goal square. He'll bring it back into play.
On the way play's gone, Laurie, Werribee not handle the conditions as well as East?
Look, I think there was a good example there. Then Jason Festuca should have had that ball ran and gone with. He waited for the bounce and it didn't go his way, and it doesn't when it's windy.
Kennedy kicked it to himself and then ran his distance, then kicked it long. Chamberlain took the mark, kicked it back towards half forward. Wasn't a good kick at all. Had the numbers. Oh, there's a high tackle there on Duncan Miles. I think he'll take the free kick. He will. He is inside the 50. Just about, anyway. Yeah, and he kicks the ball into the pocket.
Kick.
Beautiful kick. Good lead given here. And the mark has been taken by Dave Lucas. Now, he's got to have a shot at goal. He needs to start at the left goal post. Never been starting there the last couple. Umpire bringing him round. He's bringing him round. We're just about directly in front.
And even if he's not a strong kick, Cookie, distance might be a problem.
Well,
Might only be 35 metres,
He's
but
a big bloke. He should be able to kick the distance. Here he comes on the right foot, puts it up high. The goal umpires they're all clapping down there. He's gone to the side. No, I don't know. Wait, it's a point. Blimey, Teddy, we're in action there. We didn't know what he was going to do. I don't think he knew himself for a while, the goal umpire. He was across. They were clapping in the goal square.
do they call it theatre? 2-3-15 East. They trail Werribee 3-5-23. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been going 28 minutes. As Dave Kennedy for Werribee has the ball in the goal square. That's a lovely kick with the bruise. Going to land almost centre wing in front. Heath Buck. If it's not a mark, it's a free kick. But in fact, it was out on the full. So that's a remarkable.
The umpire was right there.
Well, maybe the kick-in landed untouched.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
So it looks like the free kick certainly East Geelong. It looks like Baker a long way up the ground there. Kicked that there towards half forward. Now it's off hand. And in fact, that one's out of bounds on the full. The boundary umpire's having a bit to do out there. Maybe
squaring it up, I think.
The wind's having quite a bit of a say as Jason Festuca, now in the back pocket for Werribee Centrals, has the free kick.
Taking his time. I think you need to move the ball quickly here, Werribee. They need another goal or two, I reckon, before quarter time. We're not far away from it. Festuca now puts it on the boot, the left footer, long to the centre wing. Up goes Uncle Buck, couldn't quite hold the mark. Come to ground. McCurry was there working hard. Wrapped up in the tackle is a player there from Werribee getting himself up very slowly. It was
McCurry getting up. He's having a bit of a dip.
And McCurry certainly having a dip today. He was the one that kept the ball in there, didn't let it get out. He does the ruck work this time, wins it. Not really got no one to hit it to, but Miles shows a bit of pace around, shows miles of pace, in fact, around the boundary line. Couldn't handle it going that quick, and out of bounds it goes for another boundary throw in far side of the ground. Attacking side of the centre wing. East Geelong just in attack, 2-3-15 to 3-5-23. Margin 8 points in favour of Werribee.
Well, from in front, Mark Bernardo doing the ruck work on this occasion, gets the tap down for Werribee, only as far as the boundary once again. There's a lot of signalling. A Werribee player with a crook shoulder. Is that Jason Festuca down on his haunches? No, it's Thwaites who's had a crook shoulder, I think. So perhaps he's had a... yes, he's not at all
He's in trouble.
good.
He's got to get off. He tried to make the one. He's in agony. Went over the back of the pack. Chance for Kennedy to help out the Thwaites, who's in all sorts of trouble. He can't even shepherd. Kennedy now kicks the ball towards the wing position on the far side of the ground. No mark taken there. McCurry playing well. Got a hand pass to Maloney. Got one over the top there. Got it to Miles. With a bit of pace, he breaks away, breaks the lines and kicks with the right foot. It tumbles into the forward line. End over end it goes. In goes Zuto. Tried to slap it out of the pack. He got it as far as his teammate. Yeah, get a little hand pass to Adams, who's on the left foot. If he can break clear, he can. He shoots for goal. Johnny Adams there, clapping that one. This time the goal umpire hasn't moved. Great goal into the breeze, kicked by Johnny Adams.
Yes, great work, Johnny Adams, and fantastic handball out from Lucas, who almost kicked the last one. But that's a fantastic goal late in the first quarter to bring East Geelong within 2 points of Werribee Central's 3-3-21. Werribee Central's 3-5-23. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, almost 31 minutes, and with only 6 goals, Laurie, I wouldn't think it'd be too far to quarter time.
No, it must have nearly right on time, Eric, and that was a timely goal, wasn't it? It was a good goal too. Adams worked very, very hard. He got the ball straightened up and did everything right.
I'm not a medical man, but real collarbone problems, I suggest, for Thwaites.
He's in agony. As McCurry wins the hit out again, but it's taken out of the centre by Brad Jewell for Werribee. Kicks towards half forward on the grandstand side. Here comes Millard, left it behind. Out came crashed his way through the pack there was the big Joel Carter. He couldn't gain the possession of the footy for East. They stack on top of it. Jewel's in there again, but we'll have a ball up about 55 metres out from goal. Werribee Central's in attack, in front on the scoreboard by just 2 points after kicking with the aid of the breeze. Victory trophies bring us the first quarter scoreboard.
So the umpire puts the ball up just outside 50. Bernardo, lovely tap down, picked up for Werribee and kicked forward on that occasion by Montgomery. It's but the East defence standing very firm in this first quarter is Gibson. He's had 14 bounces running towards centre wing. He's bouncing every 2 steps, but finally gets a kick, and it's a lovely kick. Unfortunately for Mick O'Leary, Heath Buck intercepted the mark at centre wing. So Werribee, they stall the East Geelong run at the moment, but must be close. 32 minutes gone in this first quarter. Big kick from Heath Buck towards half forward. Calvert looking a little bit for theatrics there, throwing himself forward. No free kick. Ball dropped there. Well, 2 umpires standing side by side there. One of them has to make a decision. As the siren sounds, it is quarter time. The decision doesn't matter because at quarter time we have East Geelong 3-3-21 trailing Werribee Central's 3-5-23. For East Geelong, goal kickers Hill, Hildebrand and Adams. And for Werribee Central's, Buck has 2 and Simmons 1. So that's it, quarter time in the elimination final. 2 points the difference to Werribee Central's. We'll go to a break. When we return, Laurie de Goldie's thoughts on a very important and interesting first quarter. You're tuned to 93.7, 94.7, The Pulse, your home of local football. So we're underway, second quarter, elimination final. McCurry, good tap down for East Geelong, taken by Miles, handball to Carlin, showed the ball, then ran away, lovely left foot kick into the forward fifth. Oh, Zuto, I thought almost could have taken the mark. Hill almost took it also from behind him. Zuto fights for the footy at ground level, does well, gets a handball clear, only as far as Sean Simmons for Werribee Centrals, kicks it outside 50, Carlin again, handball backwards, a good position for East Geelong as Maloney it was, hooks it into inside 50 again. A quick handball on there for, who was that, the left footer took the kick in, has only got it behind, but out at 50. So a very quick movement of the football for East Geelong.
Not sure that Zuto should have hand passed there as you picked that player up, because I think he could have well and truly kicked the goal. He's well inside 50. He's a beautiful kick, and I think he should have gone back and had a shot there.
So 3-4-22 East, 3-5-23 Werribee Central Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. There's some chance we could get blown over the ground.
The wind is rocking the van as Kennedy brings the ball back into play, kicked it out wide. The wind's got hold of that. That's out of bounds on the full without being touched, both of them. And a free kick going to go to East. Sean Maloney's the recipient. He's just outside the attacking 50. Tries to square it up across the ground, looking for Breed. It didn't get to him. Festuca got back and filled the hole beautifully. At ground level, O'Leary, some chance, couldn't pick it up. Little hand pass from Roland Beck. We'll say it was meant for Sean Simmons, but it went straight out of bounds. He disguised it pretty well. And we'll have a boundary throw in about 20 metres around from the goal post, the point post, in fact, that is being attacked by East Geelong. Gerard Breed to do the ruck work on this occasion. Gillum takes it out of the air, got a hand pass to the Uncle Buck. He dummied around, goes back, give it across there to Roland Beck. Tumble a punt out of defensive 50. Wasn't a particularly good one, but he's got a bit of support as Cunningham comes down the ground now. Right foot kick towards centre wing. Good kick from Cunningham. Good lead, and mark taken by Montgomery.
So ball in the middle of the ground for Werribee Central's player. Tackle without the football. Play on, said the umpire. Carlin again tries to crash his way out of a tackle. Umpire said the ball's not going anywhere. And almost in the centre circle, we'll put the ball in there. Johnny Adams kicked that behind before I picked him up eventually. Yep. Yes. And so the ball now, middle of the ground. We've been playing 2.5 minutes, second quarter. So far, East Geelong have added a behind to their quarter-time score. In the middle there, Chamberlain. Get the handball to Miles. Good shepherding there by Carlin. That's good teamwork. And East Geelong at the moment exhibiting a lot better talent, I think, than Laurie, particularly with the teamwork, Laurie.
Yeah, they are, Eric. There's no doubt about that. They've got the use of this, Bruce. They've just got to get it in the right quarter, I think, Eric, to try and make it count for their side.
Duncan Miles, I suggested before the game, needed to be a good player around the ground. He's certainly about the best player on the ground at the moment, Miles. As the ball comes back down to Carlin from that throw-in, he steadies, kicks on the left foot. The lead is from O'Leary, who's got an on-ball roll for sure. Just away from him near the boundary line it goes, and out of bounds.
He was away then, though. He just needed to the boundary line just beat him.
Ball had to come into his arms.
Yeah, he had a couple of yards on Kennedy, who was chasing but not making any ground. So it's a boundary throw-in close to the point post. East Geelong just trailing on the scoreboard. Gerard Breed up, got the knockdown, went after it again, got it. Now he's hooked that in underneath. If you want to get rid of it, he'll ping him. And now he's saying...
He is ping... No.
Oh, he had a bit each way. You got a ball up.
He was, I think he was.
I reckon he was going to do it, but he thought better of it. That's a ball up 25 metres out from goal. East in attack.
So ball up in the air. Zudo to do the ruck work. This time was probably beaten by Cunningham on that occasion. Ball towards centre wing. Good contest out there. Ball picked up again by Carlin. Lovely handball to McCurry. Another handball to Chamberlain. Very close to the boundary line. Oh, Mick O'Leary almost. In fact, it was a magnificent mark running with the flight of the footy. And he's 20 metres from goal on the boundary. Probably the worst of angles with the way the bruise is. But having said that, not without a chance. If he gets it out in front of the goals, the wind could bring it back. But having coming off 7 goals last week, Mick O'Leary would have to be a chance.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart footballer.
He's come in. I think he's kicked it right across the face of goal. In fact, it's either a mark or out of bounds. Andrew Hill put the one arm up in the air. Boundary umpire is not saying a word. So the mark will stand. And now the umpire will blow time off. And Andrew Hill is trying to crib a couple of metres. I think that's the problem. He'd come in board, but he's now against the fence. Will come in board, and this may be a little easier shot. Although
just drop it up in front. It's not an easy kick, but the wind might assist it a bit.
So Hill now.
I think he's kicked it too hard.
It's a nice looking kick.
Goal, I reckon.
It might be pretty hard. It's straight over the goal umpire's head. Have a look at him. So Andrew Hill kicks his second. And
East have hit the front.
East have hit the front. 4 goals, 4-28. They lead Werribee Central 3-5-23. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 5 minutes gone.
Well, that was a good result, wasn't it? Because they've had most of the play in this second quarter, East, and for their effort, they deserve a goal there, and it was a well-executed kick. I just thought he might have kicked it. I tried to line the goal post up, and I just thought it went the other side of it, but there was no doubt it was a nice goal.
Back into the centre. The big ruckman Dayton goes up, but it's knocked away by McCurry. Gets the second knock as well. So we'll put him there for 2 knockouts there. Little throw away, go out between the legs. Picked up by Hildebrand, who kicks to centre forward for East. Zuto out on the lead. Thumped away from him. It rebounds to O'Leary. He's in a bit of trouble. Managed to get a foot to it somehow as he was thrown to the ground by a couple of opponents. Here comes, that might be Kennedy in a bit of trouble. Kicks the ball out for Werribee towards the centre wing. Good diving attempt to grab hold of the footy there by Werribee player. He's still fighting hard for it against Jordan Maloney. He'll fight all day. Lucas it was, couldn't trap it. So it's picked up by O'Malley as it keeps teaming down the ground. O'Malley into the forward zone. Here comes Uncle Buck. Can he grab hold of it? He can at half forward. Spins around on the right foot and punt kicks long towards the goal square. Need a mark down there. Bernardo hands on it. Couldn't quite hang on. At ground level, Cornish got a hand pass towards the point post. They might take this out, East Geelong. They don't. They keep the ball in play. Goes out wide. trying to keep it in there was Millard, and so off his hands out of bounds. They got it away into the extra 25 metres from goal. Boundary throw in, half forward, flank forward pocket area with Werribee in attack and needing a score.
Bernardo diving forward. Laurie had the ball in the arms, but it fell out.
Held it.
Ball thrown in there. Bernardo doing the ruck work. Hits it forward for Werribee Centrals. In there is Carlin. Can't pick the footy up. Stacks on the mill. Umpire, well, he's letting it go, Now he blows the whistle, and we'll have a ball up 25 metres from the goal area as Lucas looks to be heading toward the interchange, and East Geelong managing that interchange quite efficiently as Hood comes back on the ground. McCurry tapped down to Carlin. He went without it, unfortunately. Now it Stacks on the mill again. And the umpire will do it again. Usually 2 strikes, Laurie. Third one's a free kick somewhere.
You don't touch anyone here.
No, definitely not.
7 minutes gone, second quarter, 28 plays 23. East Geelong in front. Ball comes down. Trying to charge his way through there was, looked like McCurry again, but funnily enough for Stuka, not very far away from him.
Laid ahead eye tackle, but wasn't penalised. Ebbars comes back towards Big Carlton, Clayton the ruckman. He kicks the ball around the back, and the mark taken by Chuggalug. He's too far out behind to score. Got to kick it a long way. Now he's run up his mark, so he called the play on. He punt kicks long to the goal square. Plenty of high flyers. McCurry was up, hands on it, couldn't mark it. Down to the ground it comes. With an East Geelong player wrapped up as he tried to get rid of the footy. Did get boot to it in the finish. That was Rory Fitzgerald.
It was Fitzgerald.
The umpire said it was held to him, and I'll ball it up again.
So the ball comes to ground. Breaking clear is Carlin. Has a bounce and runs clear in defence. A long kick to centre wing for East Geelong. Leading in the race for their football. In fact, diving forward, it's Mick O'Leary takes the mark. Goes towards centre half forward to Breed. He's out-muscled there by Simmons. And Simmons for Werribee Centrals. Kicks it back towards half forward. Big pack of players there. Heath Buck in front. I reckon might have grabbed that mark. Man in front.
I think they got the wrong man on Heath Buck. I don't think Rory Fitzgerald's good enough to play on Buck when he's playing the way he is.
So Buck just chips the ball into the middle of the ground. Clayton on his own. He's got Jewell now, who, well, he didn't see him quick enough. Decides to go long, straight toward the goal for Werribee Centrals. Big pack of players there, falling to ground. Not able to contest the mark was Chris Gillam. In fact, could have hurt himself there as the ball comes through. Chris Carlin again, kicks to the middle of the ground. This time Zudo in front and takes the mark in front of his face. So
he's in the centre. Sorry, he's in the centre of the ground now, and he punt kicks towards half forward, lead on. Oh, player there leading for the football, lost his footing, hill at the wrong time. Got a hand on it though, brought it to ground. Little Miles is in there working hard. He's worked like a tiger all day. He's wrapped up in a tackle. The Werribee boys wanting a free kick. I think that'll be a ball up decision. O'Leary was there to help him out after the ball spilled. It didn't get out. We'll have a ball up.
But just going back to Cookie, where you said where we were kicking too far out, that was a good running play from East End. They only had to swoop on the ball, and they had the numbers there, and they were going to run a goal in.
Yeah, ball back into play. Hildebrand tried to crash his way through the pack, left the footy behind, went back after it again. Pastuka's there waiting for it to come out, doesn't get to him. Andrew Hill wrestles an opponent to the ground with the footy. Geordie Adams waits anxiously. The umpire says, I'll start play once again. It's inside the 50. East Geelong in attack, and they lead by 5 points on the second quarter Raiders bingo scoreboard.
10 minutes gone. Clayton, big tap down for Werribee Centrals. Simmons attacks the footy. Handball is straight to Chamberlain. Chamberlain now on the left foot. Inside 50, but there's a great defensive mark. Chris Gillam as he stems the tide. Handball to Kennedy, and Werribee come out of the more shocking kick by Kennedy. He really had nobody to kick to, so he's looking for the boundary, and eventually, with a bit of assistance, the ball has found the safety of the boundary, and that was Kelly taking it over for Werribee Centrals. But it's 60 metres out, probably in good scoring position, Laurie, for East, and that's unfortunate for Werribee's defence. Lovely tap down there by Clayton to Festuca. Festuca's away, kicks along to centre half forward. Big pack of play. Heath Buck in front again. And
good day.
Yes, as I've said before, that's where you've got to be in front, particularly kicking into the bruise. And there's a glorious kick. The lead came there in the forward half from the Werribee Central side. No, it's a bit Montgomery, I think.
Yep.
A little bit big for Cornish. And this bloke is a goal kicker. And I reckon to say Werribee need a goal is an understatement, Loz, because they're struggling.
Definitely, you tell Chris Gillam that, and he'll agree with you, mate. They definitely need one here, that's for sure.
So 11 minutes gone. Man on the mark, 35 metres out. This will take a good kick. Montgomery moves in. Right footer. It is a good kick, but the wind's drifting it right across the face. In fact, didn't make the distance. Calvert dropped what he should have.
Kicked a goal, Calvert, I think, wasn't it?
No, it's not Calvert. It looks like Chuggalug, is it?
He's coming towards us now.
Running back toward the middle. It is a goal, certainly, to Werribee Centrals, and it was a most important one.
Looks like Brendan Chugg.
Looked like Brendan Chugg to me, the way that
he's doing the rounds. He hasn't let anyone out.
Chugg.
It is Chuggalug. So Chugg kicks the goal. 4-5-29 Werribee Centrals, 4-4-28 East Geelong. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 11.5 minutes gone, and that was a very important goal.
His cookies love Joel. I thought he was coming over to give him a kiss, actually.
He didn't leave anyone out. Yeah, we're the only blokes he left out. He shook everyone's hand. The ball back into play in the centre now. Chance for Hildebrand. He couldn't get to it. Kelly got a hand pass away. Wasn't too effective at ground level. Little kick around the
Chamberlain.
It waves with Chamberlain. He's forward to the centre. Straightens up, goes in the right foot towards half forward. Diving attempt, the mark drop, but it come back to Roland Beck, who was the diving attempt at the mark. He kicked the ball towards the centre. Up goes Pastuka. They're within there, McCurry. They've had a good day, those two. No one can take the mark. Kick off the ground by Karkukas of Werribee. Got it forward 15 or 20 metres. It's in their attacking zone. Not far in, but it's at the right end of the ground for them. And the umpire's going to ball up because there's quite a few players over that football.
They've lifted the intensity just a little bit, Werribee, haven't they?
And McCurry is one of those players, and he's playing a really good game out there today. We haven't seen much of him this season with injury, but he's playing very well this afternoon.
See Mocker Stevenson on the ground in the forward half for East, so that's a move that is good for East as the ball at centre half forward for Werribee Centrals. In dispute. No, lovely tap out Clayton. A further little handball to Festuca. Handball to Chugg. Handball back to Festuca. He's run inside 50. Not a good kick. The breeze certainly affected that. But that full forward picked up by Cornish. Is it on the left foot? He's had the pot shot, and that's a goal. Good goal for Werribee Centrals. I reckon it was Sean Cornish on the left foot. Definitely. And that's the 5th goal for the Werribee Central side. 5-5-35. They lead East 4-4-28. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 13 minutes gone.
Yes, it was a good build-up, wasn't it? They had the numbers at the ball, and that's what you got to do. There was a little, wasn't a hand, what do you call the hand poke? Just push the ball on, and a little handball. And then Festuca got on the end of it, and the handball on again, and finish up with a kick. And yeah, they are prepared to run the footy, and it's marvellous. You're looking down the barrel, and you have a dip.
Back into the centre, McCurry does the ruck work. He wins this one too against Big Clayton.
11 hit-outs for McCurry.
He's doing well. Down the ground it goes, picked up here, running across the ground. There's Dave Kennedy. He got a kick but didn't really gain anything with it. He put it out towards the fence on the far side, between centre wing and half forward. Tapped back there by O'Leary, and he's been pinged for throwing it.
No, he kicked it over.
He kicked it, did he?
Out on the full.
I thought he tapped it
Sort
back.
of come off Kennedy's leg, to be honest.
Well, there you go. The umpires are a lot closer than what we are. Kennedy kicks it backwards to Chugg, who takes the mark. Might have been just its full distance there, I think.
What's Chuggy doing down there?
He missed a couple before with the congratulations high fives, I think. Gone down to get a couple of the backmen. He takes this mark on the defensive 50, kicks to almost a centre wing. It clears all the players it was meant for, and Mick O'Leary just stood there and took the mark, hit him in the breadbasket. His kick is okay, short, but finds his teammate there in Chamberlain, who marks. Chamberlain long, kick towards Zuto on the lead. Kennedy there with him, knocked it away at ground level. Where we've got support with Simmons, who kicks the ball out wide towards Beck. He couldn't get it. Chamberlain goes through with a bit of vigour. Hand pass over the top. Here's a chance for East. Oh, the kick's not too good. It went in towards the goal mouth. That's the best you can say about it. At ground level, working hard there is Mocker Stevenson. Can he pick it up? He couldn't do so. Little hand pass from Hill. Came out to Carl, and he's having a blinder. He kicks left foot towards the square. Marked right on the goal line for East
by Kennedy.
Kennedy, yes.
I tell you what, the ball, the bit of in-swing there didn't do him any good because Werribee had numbers. O'Malley, he's, sort of almost dropped the footy. Play on Stevenson. Can he pick it up? He can, but he's immediately tackled. Chris Gillam in there for Werribee. Gets the footy. Handball over the top, and Werribee out of trouble as the ball kicked towards the centre again. Heath Bucker's there. Handball over the top, looking forward, finding Roland Beck. The running player there is Kelly once again. Has a bounce. Now on the left foot. Kicks it into the breeze. One-on-one contest there. Well done there for Werribee Central. In fact, I can't pick the player up. There's too many players between them. It's picked up finally by Miles in defence for East.
He ran too far.
Well, that's an interesting one.
Oh, blimey. He takes very little steps. He's a little bloke.
Well, they like to do this occasionally, because they know the rules, you see. And
did they see one on television last night?
Must have, I think.
Perhaps they got to pay it.
Well, I don't reckon he ran too far at all. I think he's been hardly done by.
Well, the free kick has gone to Werribee Centrals through Dale Carlton on the ground, and just outside 50. as East flood back into defence now. Carlton, the left footer. It's a long kick. It's a good kick into the breeze. And coming in strongly, there's Simon Calvert again. Jumped very high, almost too high for the footy, and took it at knee level. But this will be an interesting kick because it's no further out than one at the other end. And having worked so hard, Werribee, they probably deserve to get a goal.
Well, they probably kicked as he was able to kick it with the breeze. Let's see how he goes against it. He's probably better off kicking against it. Let's have a look at that.
He's kicked
Straight
that
through
one.
the middle. Goal, Jeff. No problem at all.
You're a very good judge, Cookie. Calvert's first and the 6th for Werribee. And all of a sudden, they've taken a little grip on the game. 6-5-41. East Geelong 4-4-28. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 17 minutes gone, Laurie. An interesting 4 or 5 minutes.
It is, Eric, and if Chris Carlin wasn't out there, they'd probably be a little bit different as well. But they've lifted their intensity at Werribee. Their endeavour around the balls are lifted. They're having a go. They're prepared to run the ball. Kelly a couple of times got the ball, but been prepared to run the ball into the breeze. And you get the ball to Blake like Calvert. He's got heaps of skills, and he kicked a nice goal.
Back to the centre. Clayton doing the ruck work again with McCurry. Give that one to McCurry again. He got it down. Little kick away there from Hildebrand. Didn't go far. Still in the centre of the ground. Stacks on the mill. The umpire will probably pull this one up. I preempted that one and got that one right too. I'm 2 for 2 at the moment.
You're doing well.
What's his name?
Karkoukas.
And this bloke's name's Eric Nichols.
The ball goes up in the air. The throw up favoured McCurry on that occasion. Down to Hildebrand on the left foot towards half forward. In front, Zudo. You've got to go 2 hands, son. It does get a handball out to Mick O'Leary. Lovely left foot pass. Hill was a yard short of taking the mark. Drops the footy. Good. Well, the umpire has paid advantage. I don't know whether it's any advantage now, but wherever you have the footy, Chris Gillum takes the mark on half back. He's got a player leading on centre wing. It's Kelly. The kick too far for him. Does well is Hood. Kicks it off the ground. Play on to the umpire. Well, there's a look-away handball. The only trouble was Kelly wasn't looking either.
Pick it up, son!
Now it's Clayton, the ruckman, has the ball under him. As the ball is right in front of our broadcast position.
Chris Carlin, steady head there. Hood was about to go off at the umpire, and Carlin just pushed him away, telling him to keep it quiet. And good sensible stuff.
So McCurry and Clayton, lovely tap down McCurry to Chris Carlin. Really off the toe of the boot, picked up by Kennedy. He goes right across the ground defensively, I'd suggest. Leading in the race for the football there is Maloney. He goes to ground. Good contest there, but good support from Adams for East. Picks the ball up, goes back towards centre half forward. Simmons attacks the footy. Zudo attacks it. He gets it, and player ran straight past him. Instead of grabbing him, Zudo goes goalwards, and it's only just missed the left-hand side. Big kick from Zudo outside, just inside the 50, but it's only behind. 4-5-29 East, 6-5-41 Werribee Central's. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. We tick past 19 minutes.
A bit worried about Nashi up there. That wind got up there. He's okay, isn't he? We're still getting a bit of a...
Very blustery, isn't it?
We've got a picture, so...
Well, it looked like there was a bloke flew past with a few pie wrappers here a minute ago. Might have been Nashi. It was hard to get a good look at him.
It's autopilot, I think.
Waiting on Kennedy. Kicks the ball to himself. He likes to do that. Runs to the back pocket and now kicks out wide, very wide towards half-back flank. Now, the boundary umpire's on the job. It was too wide, in fact, out of bounds on the full before Roland Beck could pull the mark in. And Biggs Wanamia Zuto's got it out there at half forward. He puts it into the corridor looking for the lead of Hildebrand. Just went too far away from him. The ball definitely slew to the wind that time. Couldn't run on it. The ball bounces free and it's out of bounds about 15 metres around from the point post.
Interesting for Stuka. Spent the last 10 minutes in the goal square at the attacking end.
Perhaps just a rest and to try and sneak a goal, another goal against the breeze. Boundary umpire getting ready to put it back into play. Not a real good throw in, I must say that. It's awkward for the boundary umpires as well. Zudo got a little toe poke in. Stuka's got it now. Fires a hand pass way out wide, looking for Roland Beck. He runs onto the footy. Kicked away from him by Hood at ground level. They've got the numbers. O'Malley receives a hand pass for Werribee. Straightens up and goes on the right foot over the centre wing. Backing back with the flight of the football.
Again.
That's Heath Buck. He's having a good day and he takes that mark.
He's got
a lead on going inboard towards Chug. Chugalo's got it. Has a bounce after he takes the mark. Straightens up on the right foot. He kicks it long towards the pocket. Got it a bit offline on that occasion. Might have the numbers here, the East Geelong defenders. No, fall into the ground there was O'Malley. It might have been. Got a hand pass out. The ball tapped further afield. Might have been a throw. It's okay, said the umpire. It wound up at McCurry. He got it over to Miles. Miles in a bit of stripe, but he kicks it cleverly round the body. And Lucas marks at centre wing grandstand side. The margin is 7 points in favour of Werribee Centrals as Lucas now propels the ball towards Hood and marks on centre wing. He nearly went on with it. Festuca just held him up and up on the mark there. Now Hood takes his time. Straightens up, they need a goal here. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Zuto out in front, knocked away from him beautifully by Cunningham. At ground level, backing up there, beautifully picked up too as he came through was Christian O'Malley, and he punt kicks it wide towards the centre wing. And I'm out of breath there, Rick.
So Heath Buck leads in the race for the footy, and
Oh,
he's gone right over the top. And he couldn't stop in time. So Heath Buck is in with the crowd.
He's been backed over the fence, you might say.
And the ball and Heath Buck come back into the field of play. The boundary umpire just forward of centre wing for East Geelong, outer side. We've been playing 22 minutes in this important second quarter. For not a good throw in again. Goes straight into the arms of Carlton for Werribee Central. So, magnificent tackle from behind there on Fitzgerald. In fact, it was Maloney.
It was the 18 on the 18,
yes.
Calvin on Maloney.
It was fantastic. Now, at least Maloney didn't see Calvert coming, and great tackle. Umpire puts the ball in the air once again. The big fella, almost a free kick against McCurry, not paid. Ball just tapped along the ground to the advantage for Werribee Centrals. Handball comes out to Festuca. Round in the big circle. There's Chug on his own again. Takes the mark. Now they're running. Oh, here's Chris Gillum inside 50 on his own. Thought about going, but just held up. Was it Miles held him up there?
I think he saw Miles at the last minute.
I think he did.
I reckon he played on, actually. He got lucky.
So Chris Gillum, almost kickable. Take a very good kick. The wind is bringing it back. He's got the distance. Unfortunately, missed to the left-hand side. Second behind to Chris Gillum.
I think that was like my tee shot. I don't think he timed that too good.
No, another behind Werribee Central. 6-6-42, 4-5-29. East Geelong. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. 23 minutes gone.
Baker brings the ball. Beautiful kick back into play. Kicked it out wide towards half back, and the little caravan Millard took the mark. He steadies play down. Got one short. He got two short. They can raffle it. Miles leaves it, and the mark was taken, and the ball. Hood, thank you. Relayed it quickly up towards the big fella there. Lucas couldn't mark. Hand pass come towards. He's in trouble, Hildebrand. Somehow he tried to get through the pack. Did he drop the ball? The umpire said no. Chug lays a tackle in there. Kennedy got a hand pass away. It's pretty hot. Beck went for it, knocked away from him. It gone away. Leary's inside 50, running, bouncing once, twice. Go for goal, son. Hand pass over the top. Here's one coming up, and Big Hill kicks the goal. Great play by East Geelong. They're back in the game.
They don't come much easier than that. Good work by Mick O'Leary, and that's the fifth goal for East Geelong. 5-5-35. They try Werribee Central. 6-6-42. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. 24 minutes gone.
Yes, well, if you take the replay back there was East Geelong. There was only a toe poke in there. It was enough to get it out for the running player in O'Leary to run it down there. Could have kicked a goal easily, probably himself, but typical Mick O'Leary, Hill in the goal square, just turn around and kick the easiest of goals.
There's a few players running unattended at the moment. Some of the matchups they're having, both sides having a bit of trouble, I'd suggest.
Well, Hood hasn't seen much of Chug, and there's still a cricket pitch away. Back to the centre. Umpire sets play. Up again with a high throw up they go McCurry. We'll give him that one. He knocked it down towards O'Leary. We're bouncing on his scone, in fact. Couldn't pick it up. There's stacks on the mill down there. We'll have another ball up right in that centre circle again.
Yes, Jewel it was. Couldn't get away with the football for Werribee as the umpire still in the centre circle. Puts the ball up in the air once again. This time McCurry slightly the better of the tap down. Ball O'Leary tries to go through. Hell without the footy. Play on, said the umpire. Quite a bit not being seen in some of those packs, I'd suggest, as there's another head-high tackle. Umpire finally puts a whistle on play, and he's going to ball it up. Don't like his arm signals, this fellow either.
Not too wrapped in some of his decisions at the moment, or non-decisions. Let's see if I can get it out of the centre. Umpire throws it up. McCurry versus Clayton. Clayton got that one down. His first one for a while, I'd reckon.
Yes.
Got it out wide. Here comes Roland Beck, runs onto the footy, sweeps on it on the centre wing. Kicks the ball in towards the half-forward line. No mark taken. Here's Montgomery. Got a hand pass away. Didn't travel too far. Chopped off by Sean Maloney. Just throws it on the boot towards the centre. Senjov throws a fist in towards the footy. Knocked it away from his opponent. There's a high tackle being paid this time.
Against Chamberlain, I thought.
Against
it was
Chamberlain?
definitely against Chamberlain, didn't it? He just saw someone move and thought, I'm going to grab him.
O'Malley towards half forward flank, and once again Chug takes the mark. Umpire signal Hildebrand back in the mark. Terrible kick from Chug, but it's into the arms of Festuca just outside 50. He's gone for the big bomb to the goal square. It is a big kick, and
great.
Heath Buck, wouldn't it be?
The ankle.
Read it beautifully, and it's taken the mark on his chest in the goal square. has already kicked 2, and at the 26-minute mark of the second quarter, a very important kick here for Werribee Centrals. Heath Buck, he's playing some sort of a game for a bloke who hasn't played much footy, and really a huge influence in that forward half for Werribee Centrals. Well, he's gone back almost to the centre, and will now move in.
Hope he doesn't forget what he's doing.
Man on the mark is in the goal square, so you would think. Beautiful kick, Heath Buck. Goal umpire moves across, just showing us that he can move pretty well. And that's the third goal for Heath Buck, and a very important goal late in the second quarter against the breeze for Werribee Central. 7-6-48. They lead East Geelong 5-5-35. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard now ticked us 27 minutes.
Well, that was a beautiful kick by Jason Festuca then. He used the wind beautifully. He got the ball, full purchase on it, kicked it long as he possibly could. The wind drifted it, and Heath Buck read it beautifully. It's only going to go that way.
East need to make a couple of changes, I reckon. Someone's got to stay right with Chug, and someone's got to be switched onto Buck, because they're cutting them up this quarter. Out of the centre, Sean Maloney's got it. Got a little kick forward, went towards Chamberlain, knocked away from him by Kennedy, put the ball on the boot, off the ground, out wide it goes. Johnny Adams there leads in the race. Falls, goes to ground, but tapped it back to O'Leary. He went for a hand pass, it didn't reach the target. Jewel chopped it up. He's beautifully tackled by Chamberlain. Got rid of it though. It's okay, said the umpire. Play on the call now as Werribee kicked the ball back towards the centre wing. Yeah, it was Chug. I think too. He's all over the place. Chuggalug's having a good day at ground level. He goes Karkoukas. Laurie loves saying that name.
Karkoukas.
Karkoukas is wrapped up in the tackle. Will have a ball up.
The thing is, if Chug's running up and down one wing, Laurie, surely to goodness somebody's got to run with him.
Well, he's had 7 kicks, and I think he's had 5 in this quarter.
Absolutely. Yep. So the ball now, half forward flank for Werribee Centrals. Up high McCurry, great tap down, only as far as Calvert. Off a step to half forward. In the back half now, Stevenson missed that, and coming back onto the football is Maloney. Happy to see it over the boundary line. It's 50 metres from the behind post for Werribee Centrals at their half forward flank. 28 minutes gone. They've kicked 4 goals to 2 against the breeze in this quarter. So a very good quarter for Werribee Centrals, having started the quarter very slowly. Ball thrown in. McCurry is there. He gets a tap down, only as far again as Calvert. Coming through is Miles on the left foot. Long kick towards centre wing. 1-on-1. There's a whistle on play. This time free kick has gone to Chamberlain. Advantage paid. Pseudo took hold of the footy. No advantage in real terms, because he's kicked it straight to Calvert, at least to Simmons at centre half back for Werribee Centrals. He goes straight down the corridor. Nice looking kick. If mark needs to be taken. Ooh,
a good mark.
Cornish it is, I think.
Just held it long enough, I think, Eric.
Yes. So he just chips it further forward, and well, one hand there, Jewel runs to 50. Handball. I don't know where he's handballing to. I don't know who called him. A handball coming out from Calvert. East Geelong through Hood. He's tackled. Now it's Stevenson. Now he's got a player loose in Hildebrand. Now they're away east, because Hildebrand in clear open country decides to kick it to centre half forward. Oh, it's a funny looking kick. It's gone straight to Chug on his own at centre half back. Well, he made a bit of a meal of a Chug, but he does get it out to Simmons. Lucas does well, challenges 3 of them. Picked up there for Werribee by Cunningham. Comes back to Chug, doesn't know where to go. Comes back to Simmons. Up a step, he's steady. Looking for Cornish on centre wing. It's not going to bounce for him. Doesn't control it. And made a bit of a meal of that, Laurie. I think Chug.
I think they tried to stuff it up.
I think Chug. He might be exhausted, Chug, because
Hildebrand's kick was too good either. He kicked it straight to him. There's no one else there. Ball back into play. Low spinning throw in. Clayton got the knockdown that time. Not to the turf. The siren sounds for half time as the ball was on the centre wing. And at half time, we see on the let's have a look here, the Raiders bingo scoreboard, of course. 7 goals, 6-48 to Werribee Centrals. East Geelong 6-4-40. It's an 8-point ball game. We've got the close one, Eric.
We have, and the goal kickers for Werribee Centrals: 3 to Heath Buck, 1 to Sean Simmons, 1 to Simon Colbert, 1 to Sean Cornish, and 1 to Brendan Chug. For East Geelong, 3 to Andrew Hill, 1 to Marcus Hildebrand, and 1 to John Adams. So at half-time, the score shows East Geelong 5-5-35, trailing Werribee Central 7-6-48. We'll go to a break. When we return, Laurie's comments on the first half, and then the all-important third quarter, the premiership quarter, in our great game here. Elimination final, St Albans Reserve. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Kel tells us the scoreboard's right.
Loft. The siren sounds, and the all-important third quarter is underway as McCurry gets a tap down for East Geelong, straight to Mick O'Leary. He can't get clear. Umpire puts a whistle on play, and he'll do it all again. The ball's gone 5 metres toward the East Geelong goal. And I suppose for Werribee's sake, Laurie, they'll need to start a bit better than they did the start of the game.
They certainly do, Eric.
Well, neither ruckman clear tap down. It does go to Carlin as the rain starts to fall once again. The kick goes towards Hill out at centre half forward on this occasion. Terrific work there, Werribee Centrals. The ball comes out to O'Malley. He's held without the football. Umpire does pick that one up. And Christian O'Malley on half-back flank ball, Werribee Centrals, has the first free kick of the quarter.
Yeah, he certainly made sure the umpire saw that. Didn't think there was much in that, but he threw the arms back. It looked like Kevin Bartlett with hair, he did. And he got the free kick. That's all that matters. Now, it took a bit of time. The ball's relayed back towards the centre wing. Chance here for a mark to...
Nice kick from Chamberlain there.
Yeah, picked out Duncan Miles there. He's a good player in the first half, Duncan Miles. I liked his game. He takes this mark on the centre wing on the far side, goes short towards the lead of Hill, slides into it. It's a bit slippery out there now after that rain. Couldn't quite hold the mark. Now, wherever you've got a chance to just set themselves up a little bit here. They're at centre wing, a right foot kick around the body, looking for the lead of Chug. Chopped off a good mark too. Sliding in and taking a good one there was Simon Baker. Now, he's a good kicker for football. See if he can set something up here for East Geelong. He puts the boot into it. He elects to go long. Oh, pushing the back there against Lucas, not seen by the umpire. Was right in front of him. You should have seen that one. Hand pass come out towards Roland Beck at ground level. He gets around one opponent. Hand pass back towards Jewel. Didn't get to him. He's got a teammate to help out. Right foot kick just forward to the centre. Couple of players backing back, East Geelong players just about mucked one another up there. Hendrickson was one of them. Taken away from Hendrickson by Carlton. Left foot kick around the body. Here's Ackle Buck. He's got got Ackle Fester on him. Ackle Buck's got Mocker Stevenson. Mocker's got that shaved head.
Mocker might have just been a little lucky not to get 50 there because he's back had taken the mark and he really made sure he earned it. Be a good kick from there. The man on the mark, 35 metres, very close to the boundary line. Heathbuck comes inboard. The glorious looking kick off the boot. I tell you what, that's how you kick goals, I'd suggest. And that's goal number 4 for Heathbuck, and a very good start to the third quarter for Werribee Centrals. They go to 8 goals, 6-54. They lead East Geelong 5-5-35. Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 2.5 minutes.
I just have the Stevenson on Buck now, is he? Or
I think he might be.
Yes, I'd say so. Yep. And
well,
it's probably they had to make a change. At least they've done that.
Yes, yeah. I just fancy Stevenson is more valued at East up forward. What do you think, Cookie? He was very, very good.
Yeah, a couple of times we've seen him. He's marked and kicked beautifully up there, hasn't he?
In fact, that was against Werribee Centrals.
Yeah, and he plays with his head too, Mocker. When he makes good position, he knows where to go.
I thought when he's up forward, I like his second and third efforts, and that's good on the forward line because it pushes it out to someone else and creates an opportunity, someone to run onto.
East are very tall at the moment. Pseudo, Hill, Lucas.
Yep.
They're pretty tall, and the rain's. Well, it's misting at the moment.
And McCurry's tall. He's in the centre. He's waiting for the umpire to start it again. He does so now. Up they go. And give that one to McCurry again. He got it down. They can't get the ball out the centre here. O'Leary's half a chance. Picked up by a little send job. A left footer from a standing start into the forward zone. Zudo flies. Couldn't hold the mark. Tapped the ball away from an opponent. Here comes Hill. Kicked away off the ground by Simmons. Is it gone inside the line of play? It has.
Oh, that was just luck.
Just inside the line of play. Roland Beck was running onto it, but the boundary line beat him, and we'll have a boundary throw in far side of the ground, midway between centre wing and half forward flank. East Geelong in attack, and they trail on the scoreboard 5 goals 5 to 8 goals 6.
So ball thrown in for Stuka doing the ruck work out there for Werribee Centrals. Ball forced back toward the boundary, and before Chris Carlin could control it, it's been brought back into play by the boundary umpire going. 4 minutes gone in this third quarter. Breeze perhaps dropped marginally. We've had a little bit of rain. For Stuka again at the back. Roland Beck tried the soccer style kick, can't do anything with it. Gee, it's really degenerated at the moment till the handball come out to Stuka over the head there of Karkouskas. He's running with the flight of the football. He can't pick it up toward the boundary. Now Karkouskas gets hold of it. His handball intercepted by Baker, who gets a handball away. It's almost basketball or volleyball, whatever you like out there, because nobody able to kick the footy. The tackling was ferocious, and the ball's forced over the boundary line, true centre wing. 5 minutes gone, Cookie. See if you can get it away from that wing.
See what we can do. McCurry gets ready with the big fella Clayton again. They've been at it all day. This one, Clayton wins down to the front, goes towards Kakukas. He couldn't pick it up though. Hand pass came back in the direction there of Maloney, is it? Got a right foot kick off the side of the boot. inside the line of play. Mark taken by Kennedy of Werribee. He's got a running player, Johns, who's actually put a second jumper on in the half-time break. He must have got a bit cold in there. Couldn't take the mark because it didn't get to him properly. Lucas tries to get it, kicked off the ground there, out towards Chug, who's got it in the centre of the ground, breaks back on his left-hand side, hand pass across to the big ruckman in Clayton. He goes towards centre-half forward, goes to the top of the pack. Buck couldn't take the mark. Stevenson was there with him at ground level. Baker's got it for East. His hand pass is beautifully cut off there by Calvert. He swings on the right foot. They reckon he can't kick. He's kicked that one.
Simon Calvert's kicked his second for the day, and terrible handball there from, was it Baker? So the goal goes on the board to Werribee Central's 9 goals, 660. East Geelong 5-5-35. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. Nearly 6 minutes gone, and it's danger times now, Laurie, for East.
Yeah, definitely danger times now. They've got to hang in there, Eric, and put as much pressure on as you can. And you know, you can make mistakes playing football, but not in that hot spot. And unfortunately, Calvert was there, and I don't think we said he couldn't kick, Cookie. We just said that was probably Achilles' heel.
Go, you blokes then. Well picked up, Larry.
I'm going to support you, Eric.
Thanks very much, Loz.
Yeah, they're having a bit of trouble over the scoreboard over there. They can't get it up now. They've got it up. So it's, what's that, about 6 goals to 2 since quarter time in the favour of Werribee.
So the ball in the middle, probably 50-50 tap down there, taken by O'Leary. He's immediately pulled to the ground. McCurry picks the footy up, kicks towards half forward, Roland back in the way. He's starting to have a bit of an influence across half back. The kicker's found Karkoukas at centre wing. He goes towards centre half forward. Big pack of players there. Mark almost could have been given to Hendrickson. For Stuka. Tries to burrow his way through the pack. Doesn't get through. Umpire's letting ball the play go on. It's picked up by Chamberlain. Handball looking out there for Millard. I think it might be too strong. He's got almost to the boundary. For Stuka makes sure it goes to the boundary with a sliding tackle. And the ball over just forward of centre wing on the outer side.
Millard could be like our cameraman Nash if that wind blows. There's not much of him. He could go with the pie papers as well over the fence. Boundary umpire back into play. McCurry, that's an ordinary show and it didn't get anywhere near him. Senjo of the Rover actually did the ruck work because it landed at his feet. Got a hand pass to Chris Carlin. He's played a good game. Goes on the left foot. Up looking there for a teammate in Adams. Chopped off away from him though.
Chris.
But there's still a chance here because Hildebrand's picked it up for East Geelong. Wants to get rid of it in a hurry. His hand pass is pretty hot to Adams. He got one further wide to O'Leary, who's kept running. O'Leary goes to Zudo. He should mark this. He's in front. He does so. Too far out to score. Needs to move it on quickly. Get it back there to Big Hill. He chips the ball into the corridor. There's no one home in the corridor. At ground level, fighting hard as Lucas tapped the ball away from his opponent. Got it to O'Leary. O'Leary tried to go for Lucas. It clean bowled him. It went to Miles. Miles was tackled. Did he throw the footy? Not too sure. The umpire said play on as Jewel grabs it down there in defence for Werribee. Keeps it back towards the centre half back position and Gillum takes the mark.
There, quick handball to... that was Cunningham. He gets to the middle of the ground. Free kick advantage paid to Werribee Centrals. Joseph Festuca picks the footy up. He's had 2 bounces. He's run the almost the full centre square. Long kick to full forward. Oh, hits Buck. Eased his opponent out. Almost took the mark. Stevenson gets a handball clear. East Geelong under pressure in defence as it comes out there to Maloney. His kick to the middle of the ground. Numbers with East Geelong. Sean, at least Mick O'Leary. He can't pick the footy up and kicks it along the ground. There's terrific diving attempt to get hold of the footy. That was Chris Gillum, was it?
You nearly got a free kick.
Fantastic effort. Almost worth a free kick as Christian O'Malley goes past our broadcast box. A huge limp with him. So I wouldn't imagine he might get back on the ground. But it's a ball up, centre wing. Big tap down there by McCurry it was. The kick comes back to half back for East Geelong, and there's the kick towards half forward, and Roland back at half back having a good quarter. Only been going 9 minutes, but he must have had 2 or 3 touches and very solid across half back flank. Takes the saving mark. 9 minutes gone. 9-6 Werribee, 5-5 East Geelong.
Beck now, after he took that mark from the Maloney kick, kicks it out wide, too wide, be out of bounds on the full, I think, and I think they should be just going a bit more than corridor.
Why would you go there for? There's a great space here.
Correct. Could have centred the play. He decided not to. Paid the penalty because it went out of bounds on the full. Now we've got to wait for the ball to get back because no one fetches it. Oh, someone does now. He's got an East Geelong cap on, so he's pretty keen to get it back. The water boy. And he hands it back to Mick O'Leary. eventually will take a kick. We couldn't have had a commercial break there, couldn't we? Here comes O'Leary now, right footer. He's gone around the boundary line, pretty close. Chugs underneath it, going for it. Couldn't take the mark. Punched away from him at ground level. Picked up by Hildebrand, who keeps working the packs well.
Great mark, Kennedy.
And the kick dropped short. It was meant for Duncan Miles, but Kennedy slid in sideways and took a good mark. He's just forward of half-back flank. Now, will he centre the boys? Looking to centre it this time. Pretty well covered, all players there, so Kennedy elects to go down the line again around the boundary, looking for a teammate to mark the ball down there. Was Geelong, he couldn't do so. At the back of the pack, Chris Carlin got a bit of the bumbles. Ball might be just a little bit slippery out there. He couldn't hang on to it, and out of bounds it goes. Half forward flank position, Werribee in attack.
Interesting, Laurie. I think Chris Carlin running with Chris Gillam. That's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it certainly is. Well, Chris is probably... he's only had 5 kicks for the day. That's not a lot for Chris.
Well, from the tap down, went to Festuca. He's immediately tackled, tapped along the ground by Carlton, but Werribee Central's doing well. They've kept the ball in their forward half of the ground, but it is over the boundary line once again. Almost 11 minutes. They perhaps need a couple more goals fairly quickly as the ball about to come in. Half forward flank for Werribee Centrals. McCurry eased his opponent out of the way. Festuca picks it up, tackled high. No, said the umpire. Comes to Millard. He gets off a step to half forward. That's the way to attack the football. That was Kelly. He's certainly not on the bench and attacked the footy, but only as far there as Hendrickson. Half-back flank for East Geelong. It's really going between half-back and half-forward at the present moment. Big pack of players out there. Almost a great mark, Roland Beck. Not paid. Players diving very hard at the football. Comes in this time, Chug out there. He tries to get a handball clear. Doesn't get to anywhere. Karkouskas and gets it. In fact, it might have been Cornish. But the ball now in the middle of the ground. Kelly again. Oh, that's a lovely looking kick. He's found Chris Gillam inside forward 50. He runs goalwards and has...
kicked it.
He likes it. Does the goal umpire? He does. That's Chris Gillam's first for the day, and the coach is leading from the front. A very important goal for Werribee Centrals. 10 goals, 666. They lead East 5-5, 35. Scoreless in this quarter, East Geelong. 12 minutes gone. Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, well, that was a good build-up, wasn't it? And got it in the right quarter of the ground to score from, and also got it in the right guy's hands as well. So that was a nice goal, a captain's goal, and they're playing some pretty good footy at the moment. He's out there having a bit of a breather, Chris. He's sucking a few in there at the moment.
And the break's out to 5 goals as the umpire starts it again in the centre. Carlton got this knocked down. Out of the centre comes Jewell. The kick didn't travel far, but he got a teammate who kicked it further down the ground towards half forward. Might have been Cornish. His kick is towards half forward. Gillam off the ground.
Good play.
Had nowhere else to go. Just put it at the boot into the ball. Gained a few metres. Took the shoe off as well there. He just put the slippers back on. That's all they wear these days, slippers.
Oh, just about, with a few sprigs in.
And out of bounds she goes. The boundary umpire's relieved to be on this side of the ground because it's pretty tough work the other side. Doesn't get it too high, though. The ruck work done by McCurry. Came to ground, kick away there quickly. Cornish. Didn't get it far. Got about 8 or 9 metres. The other boundary umpire warming up in front of us. He must be going to be a replacement at the minute. And there's the stacks on the mill out here, just outside the 50 to which...
You watch this team tag.
To which Werribee Central's
He's on.
going. He's just seeing if he's all right. He wants to get
boundary
on.
umpires have a rotation. They run 3 for the game.
Okay. He's going to run 4. This bloke, he's up and down like... I'm not going to say that. He's picked up by Festuca now.
Great vision.
Sharks the pack, kicks the ball out wide. He's got Kennedy streaming down the ground. Dave Kennedy now doesn't kick too many goals. He unloads this one right to the point of the square. Stevenson behind, goes the fist. That was disciplined stuff at ground level. Need to work hard here, the defenders. Little kick around the body. Oh, Stevenson chopped it up right on the goal line. Went for McCurry in the back pocket and found him with a little kick just to relieve the pressure there for East. Now, McCurry, this has to be a good one. He's kicked it into the corridor. It wasn't. Cornish grabs it. Gets a hand pass over the top. It's okay. His teammate there, and Dave Carlton goes on the left foot. He's kicked the goal. That was a bad mistake from the coach.
Coach's mistake. Do you put that one there? Coach's error. 11th goal to Werribee Centrals. 11 goals, 6-72. They lead East Geelong 5-5, 35. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard. 14 minutes gone, and Laurie, there's some real dangerous signs here.
Yeah, well, it's been a good little patch for Werribee. They've been able to capitalise on the errors from East Geelong. Sometimes that doesn't happen. The side makes some errors, and you're in the wrong spot to really make them count. But nearly every occasion, they've just been in the right spot. Perfect kick on goal. I mean, you couldn't miss from there, could you really?
So 4 goals to 0 cooking in 14 minutes.
Yes, and it's getting a little ugly. I think they need to do something quickly, East. McCurry does something. He bashes the ball forward. Got it towards half forward, but Beck chopped it off. Got a hand pass away. It's okay. It might be Kennedy. Is it coming up the ground?
Yep.
Kick towards Johns, who marks on centre wing grandstand side. Plays on immediately. He's beautifully shepherded too. Allows him to have a bounce, gain his balance, and punt kick it towards half forward.
Stuka.
And the flight of it for Stuka takes the mark.
Not without a chance of kicking this. Man on the mark at 48.
Yeah, he's a chance, isn't he?
Chris Gillam's a bit sore.
He's going to come off for a rest, and coming onto the ground will be Christian O'Malley, who couldn't walk a minute ago, but he's back on. So Pastuka's got the footy. That's the important thing. He's going to have a shot for goal. The margin's already out to 6 goals. This for 7-goal lead. In the third term, Jason Pastuka. He's a left footer. He comes in and goes bang on the left foot. The goal umpire watches it sail magnificently over his scone. Great kick, Pastuka. Werribee are on fire.
So that's their 12. 12 goals, 678 Werribee. They've crept away from East Geelong 5-5-35. Still scoreless in 15 minutes of this third quarter. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. As I say, 15 and a half minutes gone. And Laurie, Chris Gillam, we heard him indicate to the trainer he's got a bit of a quad.
Yeah, so he probably won't take any more further part in this game today, I wouldn't think. With the
Thwaites is off too. Don't forget, he's not coming back on either.
No, so it leaves them probably with only one on the bench. And
so that was a handy goal, and it's a good little bit of a break at the moment. So panic stations, he'll probably come back on, I would imagine. But if he can get away with it, he probably won't.
So in the middle once again, this time McCurry again. They're winning at the knockouts, but really not clearing the ball away. Easterlow they have this time because O'Leary to Miles. Miles the long kick into the forward area.
Great.
Sean Simmons attacked the football at full back. And now, I don't know what he's done with that. He's kicked it straight to Sean Maloney in the middle of the ground for East Geelong. So not a good kick from Simmons. As Maloney in the middle for East Geelong has the lead there from half forward. It's numbers with Werribee Central. So East just get a kick there to Adams. Handball over the top to Zudo. He doesn't know what to do with it. He tries to handball it. He's made a mess of it. It's gone to Michael O'Leary. He gets clear. Runs. I think he's running to the boundary, and he's been pinged for holding the ball.
Well, they stuffed that up.
A comedy of errors. East Geelong. Zudo probably should have kicked the goal in the first place, but the free kick went to Kennedy. He kicks to Clayton on half back, and away go Werribee Centrals out to centre wing with a great clearing kick.
Ball out wide at centre wing, fight for the footy on the ground. Here comes Senjob, picks it up for East, got a hand pass back over his scone.
Threw it the basketball pass it was.
Threw it, okay.
2 hands overhead.
Well, it found the target, it hit Chamberlain, but unfortunately that's not going to be allowed. The umpire was right there, and Brendan Chuck, my old mate Chuckalung's got it. He's on the defensive side of the centre wing. Taking a bit of time here to work out what he's going to do with it. Now he elects to kick it long around that boundary line. They can't there too often for mine. I'd like to see them switch the play to the centre. He was looking for Roland Beck. It didn't get to him. The boundary umpire's got a bit of work to do.
I suppose I
thought he had it covered there. I mean, McCurry was in the middle there. Maloney was there, so I think that made him go to the boundary then.
Okay,
well, forget him there, I think.
McCurry's worked his way into the ruck contest, went down towards Hildebrand, who's played a fair game, picked up by Miles of East Geelong. Hand pass, okay, received one back, but dropped it, couldn't pick it up. It was at his feet. Let's see if he can make amends here. Scotty Gibson, it might be. Knocked it back to Hildebrand. Hildebrand knocked it to Adams with a volleyball punch. Got it up towards Zudo. Up he goes in front. Did he get a free kick? No, play on the call. Hand pass out of the back of the pack. Where'll be a chance to relieve the pressure. They kick it out wide towards the centre wing. This will be a clash of bodies. Maloney's got it. He needs a bit of support. He tummies a hand pass over the top. He's put his teammate Carlin under a bit of pressure. He's tackled. Goes to ground, but the tackle is released. So goes to Maloney. Maloney kicked it back to Senjob, who marked. He kicks it out wide to the wing, and Hills up well up from the full forward area. Takes the mark. Little chip over the top. Very clever kick. Finds John Adams. He can run in and cap a shot for goal. He's usually a good left foot kick. This one is an exception because it wasn't too good at all. Slid up the side of the boot into the goal square, and Werribee through Kennedy conceded behind.
Don't know whether he had to concede that.
No, I don't think he had to.
He went out of his way to concede. He went past 30 metres backwards.
Not a lot of talk. 5 goals, 636. That's East Geelong. 12-6-78. Werribee Central's Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard. 19 minutes gone, and Mick O'Leary done a hammy in that run for the footy. Pete Kelly's indicating he might have, and that's a huge loss for East Geelong. As Dave Kennedy kicks in for Werribee Central's magnificent kick straight to Rob Chamberlain for East Geelong. Outside 50, Chamberlain takes the mark back inside 50, looking for Zudo, unattended on this occasion, and takes the mark with the man on the mark 40 metres out. A little bit...
that was too easy. There wasn't enough pressure there, was there?
No, it's a little bit wider of dead in front, but it's not 45, so...
he should kick this, I reckon.
Pseudo, it'll be a good kick into the bruise. It is a good kick. The bruise is holding it up. It's going to land in the goal square. Oh, huge mark. Chris Carlin, I reckon that is, who's taken that mark. Fantastic. High leap, one grab, and... you know, the defenders really could have got a fist in that, but Chris Carlin, fantastic mark, and to say they need a goal is an understatement at the 20-minute mark of the third quarter. So Jason Festuca on the mark, is in the goal square. Chris Carlin moves in and has kicked the goal. That's his first for the day, and that's East's first since half-time. 6-6-42. They trail Werribee Central's 12-6-78. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes gone.
Chris is coming back on, so it might have been just a little bit of a twing.
Well, that was his man that kicked the goal. He probably couldn't even get the stat there. He'd been playing on Chris Carlin. So he's going off. Going on the ground, in fact. Coming off, Luke Montgomery, I think, has just come off. So that was a good goal from Chris. He's probably been their best player, Laurie, so he's topped it off with a good goal there.
Yes, he's had 12 kicks. He's kicked a goal as well, but he's done a lot of work around the packs as well. So, yes, he certainly lifted his work rate.
McCurry doing well on the ruck again, wins it down, went towards Carlin, couldn't quite handle it. A hand pass come out of the pack, it's okay. Chamberlain runs onto it, left foot kick from Chamberlain. He's got a sore knee, I reckon. Chamberlain's in a bit of stripe himself. Diving on top of the footy was Hill. Was he pushed in the back? The player jumped straight on top of him, I think he was. And he'll take the result and kick there. He goes way across the ground. It's a beauty, though, out towards Miles, who, unfortunately for him, spilt the mark.
Well, they've got the numbers there, though.
They have got the numbers because Hood, who's just come on the ground, takes possession, kicks with the left foot around the body, goes for Zudo.
Great defence.
Beautifully thumped away by Cunningham at ground level. That might be Beck, was it? Picked it up, kicked it back into the goal square. Dangerous here because the mark was dropped by Kennedy. He's tackled as he got a hand pass away to Johns. They'll get out of it Werribee as Johns gives a hand pass across to Kennedy, who keeps coming and kicks towards the centre wing.
Carlton.
So Carlton now for Werribee. Inside 50. Oh, Calvert jumped high, jumped early and grabbed hold of the footy. Terrific mark with a wet football. Decides to go long and he has gone long. It's a magnificent kick from outside 50.
He's a beautiful
kick. It's gone through the goals.
He's a beautiful kick of the football.
Magnificent goal.
Beautiful.
Simon Calvert kicks his third. And you don't get much better than that one, but that's their 13th Werribee Centrals, and they're starting to get on a roll here. 13-6-84. They lead East Geelong 6-6-42. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 22 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that was a quick reply, and that's what you need when you're playing finals football. That's drag one back again, and that was a great goal from Calvert. He's dangerous when a good footy goes to him one-on-one.
He's a beautiful kick.
Well shepherded by Heath Buck just quietly in the goal square. Just kept the defence away from it.
Back into the centre, up they go. This time Clayton won the knockdown. Out of the centre, where he come? They got towards half forward. That might have been Cornish or Karkukas. It might have been they went out of the centre. Picked up at half back there by Chamberlain, was it? Got a ball towards the centre wing. No one able to gain possession. Hill was a chance. Hand pass comes over the top. Wherever you're going to be away here. A little kick around the body. Didn't travel far, but it found Festuca. He runs through the centre and runs onto his favourite left foot. Kicks the ball long. Looking down there for Calvert again. He's up in front. And the umpire's paid a free kick for a push. And it's going to go east way, I think. Yeah, Mocker Stevens, Uncle Buck might have got it into Uncle Fester's back there.
The only person who knows who the free kick's for is the umpire.
Yeah, well,
players don't know.
I don't think Mocker was sure. He's pretty happy to get it, though.
What do they all stand for?
Because the umpire hadn't told them.
Takes the free kick, got it to Millard out there at the half-back. Millard goes to centre wing and finds his teammate there in Marcus Hildebrand. Takes the mark, plays on, gives it to Millard, who's kept coming. Good running, son. Kicks the ball up towards half forward, but again, Chug, who's having a day out, outmarks Hood on that occasion, and he'll set Werribee into attack.
Werribee with players loose on centre wing. Just chip it over the top, taken there and kick forward. In the middle of the ground is the ruckman Clayton, takes the mark unattended. Man on the mark now is Senjob, so the tall and the short of it. There's not a real good kick from the big fella. He's kicked it to his opponent in McCurry. Handball from McCurry to Hildebrand at centre wing. Hildebrand going wide, looking for, finding Hood, runs onto the football, turns it inside. Up behind is Pseudo, takes the mark, decides to go. From 50, he's kicked it to the goal square. Man on his own. Umpire's going to pay advantage. And Andrew Hill runs into the goal square and has kicked his fourth for the day. 4 out of 7 for East Geelong because that's the 7th goal for East. 7 goals, 6:48. They trail Werribee Centrals 13-6-84. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 24 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that was a good build-up for a goal. They prepared to run the footy there. Got the
Millard was good.
Millard,
Well.
yeah, got the ball out there, and he got a couple of touches there out there as well. So the first effort, second effort was good, and Hildebrand, stocky little player, keeps trying all day. So that was handy. They're still in it.
Yeah, it would have been a free kick to Lucas in the goal square if the umpire correctly let it
Well, I
go.
thought it was a free kick, but
Yeah, he paid the free kick
and then paid the advantage. Yeah. So Hill ran in and kicked a nice easy goal for himself. Very happy with that. Andrew, he's kicked 4 now for the day.
There's the vitamin C. What's in that green stuff? That's clean in mind. I love that.
They don't sell that anymore, do they?
So the ball
Lost the footy.
had a bit of trouble recovering the football. Not too many of the crowd out of their cars, Cookie. It is rather frigid at the present time.
Yeah, it dropped about 15 degrees at half time when that rain hit, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Justin Johns went and put another jumper on.
And why wouldn't you? There's a few players stretching as well, so all feeling the cold a little bit. 25 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Time on. Have Werribee got enough, Loz?
Oh, look, I think they'd want another couple if they could, Eric. I don't know yet. I think it's a 6-goal breeze.
Up in the centre they go. Carlton won that one, but Chamberlain sharked it out of the centre. He's well shepherded there too by Hildebrand. Allows him to run onto that right foot. Kick it out wide towards Zuto, who's come to life. Takes the mark. He got one across the chops there. Wants to play on. He does. He's playing on at all costs now, Zuto. He gets up and under it. Kicks it in towards the forward zone. Lucas in front. Smashed away from him by Kennedy. It rebounds to Brad Jewell in front of the pack. Front and square where all good little men should be.
For that.
The kick was...
Oh, no.
Laurie said deliberate
50
out of
metres.
bounds, but he kicked it about 50 metres to find the boundary line. It was a very good kick, Laurie.
The wind took it away, Loz.
I'm a bit rough. It's a bit rough.
You played the wind there. Had a bounce half forward, well, midway between half forward and centre wing, and East Geelong slightly in attack.
So the boundary throw in. In front there was Clayton on this occasion. Comes to ground. Umpire unsighted there as well, it's almost basketball again. It finally comes out to Chug. Chug, the long kick over the centre line. Well, Baker pushed his opponent in the back and got him out of place, Carlton, but Carlton recovered to get the ball to full forward at the back. Oh, it's all Werribee. They're just in numbers at the footy. Oh, Simon Colbert held without the football.
Got to get a free kick.
No, the umpires called it out of bounds. And it was a pretty good call because he was a fair way behind, but and he was held without the football.
Gibson
surely
was very lucky.
Oh, gee. So the ball now 10 metres from the behind post. Attacking area Werribee Centrals. 27 minutes gone. The tap down comes to Johns. Johns off a step. He's hooked it around. Not far enough, I don't think. Under a bit of pressure there. And only behind to Justin Johns. Takes the score. It's the first behind for the quarter for Werribee. They've kicked 6 goals, 1 now. 13 goals, 7, 85. They lead East Geelong 7 goals, 6-48. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard. 27 minutes have gone past.
Peter Kelly just pointing out that Senjov coming off. And there might be Jerry Breed
coming
back
on.
So there's a small platoon if I've ever seen it. Senjov's about 5'1" and Breed's about 6'5".
And with the heavy ball, you wouldn't think it's conducive to marking, would you?
Well, they must think he's going to get up the front end there and catch one. Stevenson kicks the ball back into play. The target's Carlin. He's got 2 to beat. He flies high. Chris Carlin brings the ball to the ground.
Now they're in trouble.
They're in trouble. They're dead right they are because Carlton's picked it up. A left foot kick into the square. Uncle Buck's there. Knocked away from him by Stevenson. Well played. He was in front. Karkoukas has got it. Hand pass back over the top looking for Buck. Couldn't quite pick it up. Here goes Duncan Miles. Hand passes it up to a standing still Chamberlain. He kicks around the body. The ball is marked out there by Calvert. He squares the ball up beautifully. The big ruckman Carlton's got a minute to pick it up. Hand pass to Pastuka. Sold him in all sorts of trouble. Play on the call. Pastuka goes back and gets it. He might have to kick this on the right foot. He's not too good at them, is he? Let's see what he does. He kicks it on the right foot. Stevenson back on the goal line. Got a hand on it just in the nick of time. It wasn't the greatest kick of all time, but it nearly got a goal.
Nearly got there. And Heath Buck was calling for a free kick because Mocko was hanging onto his arm.
13-8, 86 Werribee Centrals, 7-6-48 East Geelong. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 28 and a half minutes gone as Stevenson quickly brings the ball back into play just outside 50. Mark taken there by McCurry. Handball quickly to Hildebrand. Out wide and finds Hill just forward of centre wing for East Geelong as Andrew Hill, I think... bit of theatrics out there. He was trying to gain a metre or two, but all he did was allow the Werribee Central's defenders to run into position. Hill now, long kick towards half forward for East Geelong. Ball punched to the front, picked up by Carlin. Good roving there. Hooks it around the body towards full forward. Lucas attacked the footy. He won it. Oh, good defensive work. Kennedy at least almost stopped the handball. There's on his own in the goal square is big fella Breed, but off for Stuka back. Helps out. Handball to O'Malley. Where's he going to go? He's got no one to kick it to, but he's running. He does well. Well, it's a free kick advantage paid there, but he's kicked it straight to Maloney, and there was a shepherding free kick behind, but the umpire allowed advantage to play. So here's Breed again on his own.
Told you he'd catch one in a minute.
Just outside 50. Decides to, well, I don't know where he's gone.
He was going for Zuto, but the umpire's blowing the whistle. It might be 50, I reckon.
It's away off the ball, and it's coming back.
To Malcolm Miles.
So I don't know what happened there. Is
that Munkin Dials, was it?
Is that
Duncan Miles.
I said it's Munkin Dials.
Is that Justin Johns? And the umpire is trying to explain. Justin Johns not happy with the explanation, but the free kick is with Duncan Miles. There's a short kick to the lead there of Zuto. And nobody prepared to put the body on the line. The Werribee defence there lost. Didn't run across.
No one to run into the gap there.
No, he just had a yard on Cunningham, didn't he? Not much Cunningham could do. He needed a bit of support and didn't get any.
So the man in the mark 35 metres out, 45 degree angle. We're right behind this kick. 30 and a half minutes gone. Very important kick. They do, Cookie, need it desperately. As Zuto.
He's kicked.
It's a magnificent kick from Zuto. That's his first for the day, would you believe? But it keeps East Geelong in the hunt. 8 goals, 6.54. They trail Werribee Central's 13-8-86. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard now at 31 minutes.
That's important, Laurie. They've got it back to about a 5-goal margin. That's gettable.
It certainly is. They'll go to their huddle now, three-quarter time, with the view of pinning this back, because I think it's a fair breeze out there. They've just got to play good footy for the 30 minutes, and that was a bit too easy, that. I know he had a bit of a step on Cunningham, but they've got to get into that space, because that's where it was going to go.
Back to the centre. Can East get another goal perhaps before three-quarter time? McCurry double hands it down. A hand pass comes back to Chamberlain. That came from Carlin. Chamberlain goes for Zuto again. Up he goes and he takes them out. The big fellas come to life. Too far out. Straightens up. Tumbles the punt. End over end. It goes into the goal square. Breed's there. Knocked it down. Oh, Hildebrand had it and lost it before he kicked it. He tried to knock it onto his foot. They jump on top of him. He'll have a ball up, I think. Couldn't ping him there, but he had a golden opportunity to put one on the board there on the left foot. Tried to tap the ball down onto his foot and missed.
Send-job back on. I don't know who's going off. It looks like
Miles.
Duncan Miles.
Your mate, Munkin Dials. Here we go, into the square again. He throws it up. Hildebrand's got another chance. He's had a bit of a left foot kick. Didn't put it out of bounds. He put it up in the air. Up goes Lucas. Comes back there. Here's a flying shot from Adams, I think it was. And...
yeah, it was Adams kicked it. I thought he got tackled pretty high. I thought he might have got a free kick, actually. So this is behind. 8 goals, 6.55 East. 13-8-86 Werribee Central's Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard. We're almost at 32 and a half minutes, so it's a long quarter. 6 goals to 3. I suppose there's been 9 goals kicked. There's Kennedy now. Chips it short and finds a teammate still in the back pocket. So Werribee Central's now. Well, there's a whistle on play. What's happened here? 50-metre penalty for some reason. Certainly that's the indications that and it's a fair sort of 50. I wouldn't mind buying some land off this fella.
I don't think O'Malley kicked it that far in the first place, did he?
No.
He got it on a good kick, and that's about 70, I reckon.
Oh, that's a huge... well, nearly another 50. Andrew Hill ran through the mark.
OK, O'Malley take 2. Goes on the right foot, kicks it out wide towards half-forward flank. Kukas is the target. With him there is Little Miller, but the ball bounces away from both of them.
Siren.
As the siren sounds. And at three-quarter time, we'll get Eric to give the scores because the scoreboard was wrong last time when we got off the air, Eric, at half-time.
All right, so at three-quarter time, Werribee Central's 13 goals, 8.86. They lead East Geelong, 8 goals, 7.55. Goal kickers to three-quarter time for Werribee Central. Heath Buck has 4, Simon Colbert 3. The rest of these players, 1 each. Sean Simmons, Chris Gillum, Dale Carlton, Jason Festuca, Sean Cornish and Brendan Chugg. For East Geelong, Andrew Hill has 4, Chris Carlin 1, Marcus Hildebrand 1, Zavonimir Zudo 1 and John Adams 1 goal. So at three-quarter time, 13-8-86 Werribee. They lead East Geelong 8-7-55 elimination final. Shortly, we'll be back with Laurie de Goldie for his thoughts on the third quarter and what may happen in the last. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Their work plans out.
Well, they've got a gamble. There they go. Brood actually got the first knockdown. It went there to Carlin. Quick hands. Got it across to the run of Scotty Gibson. Goes for the lead of the big fella. He couldn't mark it. Zudo tapped the ball cleverly on, though. Little teammate there in Duncan. Miles swoops on it. McCurry got in his way. Miles got it. Got a hand pass backwards. It just went past the player it was meant for. Werribee worked the ball out to the defensive 50. Kick off the ground's at 55 out now. Send Job dives on it. It kicked it into his head, actually. That down goes the Werribee player.
Was, I think.
Holding the ball. The advantage paid. The kick is in short. And Anthony McCurry's marked inside 50.
Point made, Cookie.
No, I'm not going to say I told you so, but they've got to roll the dice.
Yep, agreed.
They've got to kick goals early, and they haven't. Zudo hasn't been able to kick them. He's played okay that third quarter out at centre half forward. And McCurry's gone to the square. He's led into the space. He's taken the mark. Important kick. The big fella unloads the big right foot kick. It's long. It's hit the post.
Hit the post.
Oh, it was a beautiful kick off the boot, and it just hit the post.
First score of the last quarter to East Geelong are behind. 8-8-56. They trail Werribee Central's 13-8-86. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Only took them a minute as Dave Kennedy very quickly takes the kick in, goes wide to the back pocket, and Mark taken out there. Was it O'Malley?
Yes.
And to Heath Buck, who's a long way from the forward line. He's on half-back flank, has taken the mark. Bit of experience in the back half, perhaps. Long kick along the boundary line, very, very close to the line. Off hands, the boundary umpire said it has. So
it was a good clearing kick.
It was a great kick over the centre. It's now forward of the centre line for Werribee Centrals. And they've just, I guess, Laurie, just got to work their way around the boundary line here now.
Well, they've got to work, Eric. Just going out there relying on their lead's not going to be good enough.
Breed versus Carlton. Clayton, in fact. Clayton knocked it down to the ground. Gillum couldn't get it. Breed picks it up. That move's worked already. Kicks it towards half forward. Sliding into it, Zonomir Zudo. Couldn't hang on to it. On hands and knees. Here comes Lucas. He lost the footy. Kennedy got a hand pass away. It winds up with Pastuka at centre half back. He swings onto his favourite left foot with a beautiful kick towards the centre of the ground. Lovely kick by Pastuka. And the mark taken there. Looked like Jewel, is it?
Carlton.
Carlton, thank you. He's a left footer. It is too. And he goes on his favourite left foot into the forward zone. High flyers wanted at ground level. Picked up by Montgomery.
Chugger.
Checks it out towards our mate Chug. He couldn't get there in time though. Crashed his way through the pack. Couldn't get a hand on the ball. There was Fitzsimmons.
God.
Fitzgerald, in fact. Out wide it goes. Uncle Buck's got it there. Going round the corner he goes. It's okay, Mark. Taken inside the boundary by Cornish.
He's kicked a goal.
What a goal. You don't kick it from
Somehow
there.
squeezed it through the posts. We had a couple of those yesterday, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Sean Cornish's second goal. You don't kick goals from there on a day like this, but he has. 14 goals, 8.92 Werribee Centrals. That might just be the one they needed. 8 goals, 8.56 East Geelong. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes gone.
Yes, well, that was might have snuffed out any opportunity East probably had to win in this game because they started off beautifully, got Hill out onto this wing, opened up to their forward line and got the ball out there quickly. But that was a good goal there. They worked hard and experienced Heath Buck going back in the back half and then a beautiful kick and set that goal up.
So in the middle, the ball goes up again. This time, well, Breed and Clayton probably shared that one. Kennedy just taps it along the ground to Heath Buck. Handball back to Jewel. Just the cool head there for the Werribee Central side. Ball to half forward. Calvert can't take the mark, but they contest it. Ball comes back to Millard. He kicks it long from half back to the lead of half forward. Zudo can't take the mark. Comes to Chris Carlin. He's tackled. Gets the ball out, play on to the umpire, Zudo to Chamberlain by hand. Chamberlain right across the ground looking for Andrew Hill. He's taken the mark right on the 50-metre line.
He could kick this.
And could kick it. He's a long kicker of football. He's already got 4. It could be his day kicking goals. He's gone for the long one, out of bounds. It's an absolute shocker of a kick. You give him a bit of a rap and what's it do for you? Out of bounds, missed by 20 metres. Goodness me.
Just trying to kick it too
hard.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Should have been looking for the chip. Zudo led for him. He could have given it to him straight away. He decided not to, and that wasn't a good decision.
You just have to be balanced, though, and just kick it as normal, though, Cookie, and not like that.
McCurry hooks it over the back. He was looking there for Miles, taken away from him by O'Malley. Senjob runs onto the footy, coming the other way with a bit of courage there. Now, here's a Werribee player. Kennedy's kicked an own goal here. He's decided he gathered it. He had no one to give it to, so he booted it through. He actually kicked the goal, but it's only a point, of course, to East Geelong.
I don't know whether I should give him a stat for that, but I have, because it's actually...
8-9-57 East Geelong, 14-8-92 Werribee Centrals.
He's going to get another kick as well, which he doesn't get a stat for.
That's what he did it for.
So he takes the kick in quickly, Kennedy, and Roland Beck has taken the mark in back pocket. Saw to the side, Roland Beck kicks long. Outside 50, it's a good looking kick. Oh, Heath Buck in front. Does he get the mark? No. Play on to the umpire. Handball comes back to Clayton. Long kick from him. Oh, good mark. Simon Calvert read that ball floating toward the boundary and got on the outside of his opponent Gibson. Kicks it along the boundary. Hill surely in the back of Chuggalug, and Brendan Chugg on the half forward flank for Werribee Centrals gets the free kick. Looking inboard, there goes Festuca leading toward the boundary. What will he do? He's taking a lot of time.
Well, they can afford to take a bit of time, but not too much.
So it's 5.5 minutes gone now as he's now called to play on. Kicks it long towards centre half forward. Oh, Calvert. Oh, magnificent mark.
The second one for the day.
A push in the back, everything you wanted. And takes a brilliant mark, dive into the ground. He's gone very wide. Heath Buck he's looking for out there. Buck just threw it to... well, the umpire agreed with me.
Yeah,
he threw it there to his teammate in Montgomery, and against Heath Buck, deep in the back pocket, free kick to Chris Carlon.
Carlin with the ball in the back pocket. East needing some goals quickly. They've had a couple of forward moves. One hit the post and one was a wrong option. Let's see what they can do out of this one. They go towards centre wing. The big fella up there. Hill couldn't take the mark. Gillum taps it over to Calvert. The old firm combine, and Calvert goes long to the square. Stevenson the fist away just in the nick of time, and then regains the footy. Well played, Big Mocker. His kick's a shocker though. It winds up with Festuca, who runs in on his left foot. Shot at goal. Missed to the... It didn't actually get there. It's been marked right on the line.
No score.
No score. Might have been Maloney marked it. Got it across to Hildebrand. Hildebrand now with the right foot kick down the ground. Towards,
don't wait for it.
Well, don't wait for it. Good call, Laurie, because Senjob didn't wait, but he went after it, but it rebounded off his feet. Hucklebuck's got it. He's in trouble. Got a hand pass away. Got it back to his teammate O'Malley. He straightens up now. A little short kick. Trying to find a player there. He'll knock the ball away. Down to the ground it comes. Chamberlain's got it. Up and under kick. Running onto it. Hildebrand marks forward to the centre. He can go over the top to Zudo, and he does. Zudo can run to 50 and straighten up and go long for goal. McCurry's back in the square. He couldn't get there in time.
Oh, Sean Simmons. And great mark.
Simmons was there before McCurry, and Zudo just didn't quite nail that kick, and Simmons was able to take the mark right on the goal line.
So quickly out to centre half back where Cunningham takes the mark. Goes to centre wing. Oh, mark under real pressure. He's back. Has taken the mark still backward of centre, but in the hands of the Werribee side. There's a lead coming from Chris Gillum. Ball punched back all the way back to his back. He's that tired, I think, that he could barely kick the footy. He's hooked it around the body, and great mark with a bit of courage. Cunningham still on half-back flank for Werribee Centrals, but at least they're controlling the footy, and that's important. Long kick from Cunningham. It's over the centre. Oh, player pushed right out of the contest. Yeah, that's fine, said the umpire.
Hendrickson takes the mark.
Goodness me.
He plays on now, goes towards Zudo at centre half forward. The big fella's up in front. Over the back goes Cunningham, knocked to the ground. Senjob got a hand pass away, went back towards Zudo. Senjob went after it again, knocked it on. Into the forwards, 50 it is. Miles tries to knock it through someone's legs. Zudo punches the ball out of that pack situation to Lucas. He's in trouble, set upon. Doubtful hand pass, goes to Hildebrand, spilt to him. Hildebrand's had a fire at the goal mouth, and he's missed as well. They need goals and they're kicking points.
Unbelievable. I just... not too many free kicks coming out of all this, but 8 goals, 10, 58
the whistle, Laurie,
I think so. 14-8, 92, Werribee Centrals, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, final quarter scoreboard, 8.5 minutes gone.
I see some tired boys out there, though, from both sides, and the old ground's wearing them all down again, I think.
I think Heath Buck finds this a bit harder than taking stats for SEN.
Yeah, I reckon he might. So Kennedy, the kick in. So the ball now, Werribee Centrals. Long kick from back pocket towards centre wing. Big pack of players out there. This, well, this time, it must depend who it is, because Zudo got pushed from behind. He gets a free kick. The other, going the other way, they weren't being paid. Up high, Chris Carlon can't take the mark. Werribee Centrals now through Dave Kennedy. Whoops.
He's trouble, Hilly.
I think he thought twice about that, Dave Kennedy. He was going for the boundary, and the Hills let him off the hook because he's missed the shot around the body from 30 and only another behind. As Cookie said, they're getting behinds when they need goals. 8-11, 59. They trail Werribee Centrals 14-8, 92. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, now 9.5 minutes.
Peter Kelly informs us Senjob coming up. It looks like a shoulder or an arm injury. He's got it tucked in pretty tight there. He'll take no further part in the game. He's just walking off. He can't even run off, so he's in a bit of pain.
So that's
looks like Hood will come back on.
Mick O'Leary and Senjob, so that's 2 probably not to come back.
Certainly. Kennedy now with the ball 92 plays 59. Kennedy chips it in short, didn't kick to himself that time. That fooled everyone. And Gillum wasn't fooled. He took the mark short of centre half back, about 30 metres out from the goal he's defending. The coach plays on, goes out wide. The high flyer from the back was Hendrickson. Couldn't mark it though at ground level. Picked up there, might have been Dixon, was it?
Yes, it was.
Kicked the ball around towards the wing. Found his teammate there in Beck, who taken that was Karkoukas.
Yeah, good call.
He took the mark and he went forward. Stevenson could have got a free kick. A player went a bit early. Mocker batted up well, got the hand pass away. Here's a chance now as Maloney hand passes back inboard. Got it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand, a short kick's okay. Chamberlain is it, takes the mark. Plays on with the right footer in towards centre half forward. No one able to take the mark. Up went McCurry in front, brought the ball to the ground. Lucas dives over the top of his opponent and Dixon must get a free kick.
So the ball, Simmons not permitted to play on. As the ball goes back to Dixon, now requested to go back behind his mark. So we're a bit pedantic, the umpires here at the moment, as Dixon now goes backwards to Kennedy. Kennedy now in the back pocket, takes the mark, chips it over the top. This time has found Heathbuck. And he chips it further to Chug, again on his own. Now he decides to run, chips it out wide. Player out there on his own, he's going to he did well to take the mark. That was Karkoukas, was it? But shocking kick from him. Had intercepted there by Miles, but it's a comedy of errors at the moment. Dixon takes the mark, goes across the ground. Here's Chug in the back half now. He's running right. He's got a player leading wide at centre wing actually, and takes the mark in Kelly now. Why would you go back in there? Well, I don't know where he's gone. He's gone right across the ground. It's going to work because the mark has been taken there by O'Malley. O'Malley now draws the player. Handball to Buck. Handball to Beck. He's now at 50. Decides to kick it to full forward. And that's a backhand shot straight into the arms of Baker. And another forward sortie went missing for Werribee Centrals.
Baker now, he won't mess around. He'll go down the guts with a long kick, and he does. And he picks out Hildebrand forward to centre half back. He fires up the hand pass. Running player Carlin goes on the left foot looking for Zudo. Should have taken the mark short of centre half forward. Good enough to get a hand pass to the running Adams, who kept coming. Adams goes from McCurry at his feet. He couldn't bend down. It rebounded off his shins. Here comes Chug. The umpire's blowing the whistle. Now he's called advantage. Chug now hand pass over the top. Out wide he goes to O'Malley. He's in a bit of stripe, so he goes out wider still to Kennedy, who's running well. Off the back line, Kennedy, and Uncle Buck takes a beauty.
Great mark.
We've seen some fantastic marks here today, haven't we?
That was a great mark. That was under pressure, and he had to grab that.
He's played well, Heath.
He can't kick, though. He's tired.
He's too tired to kick the footy.
Keep out of the book.
He kicked it about 3 metres. He got a hand pass back, so another kick. That's a bit better. Got about 20 metres on that one. And he's found his teammate, Simon Calvert, who marks at the centre wing on the outside of the ground.
Calvert now brings it inboard. Gillimore, he's under the hammer there, and spoilt from behind, and the ball in dispute in the middle, coming through strongly as Hildebrand. The long kick inside forward 50. Well, Melly probably a little bit of a push in the back, but Simmons at the back takes the footy. Here's Chug on his own again. Takes the mark inside defensive 50. Decides to have a run. Has one bounce. Now the leads come again from Kelly up forward. He's got Festuca running forward. He's only got to chip it over. His shocking kick from Kelly, but Festuca can reach the footy, and unfortunately can't keep it in board. That was a shocking kick from Kelly, wasn't it? Only he could have handballed it over the top.
Any reasonable kick would have done. Festuca got a hand on it, went off his hands. He almost kept it in play, but it just...
Karkoukas off. Bernardo's on him. I thought he must have been injured, Bernardo.
No, so the ball now thrown in front of the social club here at St Albans Reserve. Lovely tap down there by Clayton to Festuca. He gets past one tackle, doesn't get past the second. Well, he's stiff because he handballed the ball away. The umpire couldn't see it. And this time it's Zudo again, takes the mark, 75 metres from goal. Decides to kick it inboard. There's Lucas and Dixon having a little bit of a saute at the 50-metre line. In the meantime, the ball has been taken by Anthony McCurry, chips it over the top, not allowed to play on because the umpire had called, well, I don't know whether he had called time off. He has now, and here's Dixon and Lucas still going strong. So Anthony McCurry needs to kick the goal. 14 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter.
Well, he got the distance before from that distance.
He knows the ground, he knows the goals. Been here before. McCurry now, good looking kick. Good looking kick. It's drifting slightly to the away side. I think, that's got to be a free kick surely to Werribee Central. Oh, nearly had his head ripped off his shoulders. It's a rush behind to East Geelong.
He's got up holding his head, that's for sure.
Oh, goodness me. 8-12-60 East Geelong. 14-8-92 Werribee Central's Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
Jason.
15 minutes gone.
Kennedy brought it back into play to centre half back, a clean bowl for Stuka, picked up by Zuto. He fires the ball into the forward pocket. Here's a little deliberate kick going towards the boundary line. It didn't get there, but Curry's able to pick it up inside the line. Swings, turns and kicks it into the netball courts. Terrible kick. Out of bounds on the full.
Probably the only thing in his defence, at least they're running pretty hard at him, Cookie.
They were certainly not going to let him get away with it. Here's Chuck again marking this short kick from, I think it was Kennedy. Simmons, thank you very much. And Chug takes another mark. We'll get his stats off, Laurie, any time you're ready, Laurie, because
he's had 15 kicks and 3 handballs.
And they've all been effective as he kicks this one towards Pastuka at the short of the centre wing. Up goes Hill from behind, the big fist down at Cornish. He's still holding his head from before, but he bent down and picked up the footy. Cornish now, a little kick around the body. Out comes Gibson. Gillum got rid of him. Big Calvert got rid of him. He handballed over the top to Brad Jewell. He runs and has a bounce. He straightens up and goes long towards the goal mouth. Out comes Mocker Fitzu. He came out and he got the fist on it anyway. At ground level, in goes Gibson. In goes Jules, got it inside the boundary line. Quick hand pass back to Montgomery. He's had a kick, it didn't travel too far off the boot. At ground level, they work hard down there. Gillum goes down, picked up by Carlin, who's back in defence now. Hand pass to Baker. Oh, that was hot. He hand passed away. Jewel intercepts. Jewel goes for goal. Right to the square line of the goal umpire.
Mark Bernardo's done well.
Hit the goal.
Brad Jules kicked his first. Great shepherding there by Mark Bernardo in the goal square.
That's the fat lady.
That's the fat lady. 15-8-98 Werribee Centrals.
She can come in now.
8-12-60 we're East Geelong Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Almost 17 minutes gone.
Yeah, they've tried hard East. They just flitted away with missed opportunities there. Bad kicking in the forward line there. The coaches kicked one out of bounds. I mean, I know it's tough lines, but if you want to win the game, you've got to slot them through. Yeah, when you're 4 or 5 goals down in three-quarter time, you've got to make every post a winner.
Well, they've kicked no goals, 5 behinds in this last quarter. In a
couple out of bounds.
In 17 minutes. In the middle, Clayton gets the tap down, and as far as Adams, coming through without the footy was Chris Gillam. Kicked around the corner. It ends up in the arms of Simon Calvert at 50. He's gone for the long kick to full forward. Bernardo can't take the mark. Can he get a handball clear? He does to Montgomery. He gets a kick. Where's it gone? Straight across the face of goal into the arms there of Chris Carlin. Quickly handball to Baker. Baker now, long kick on the left foot outside 50. Numbers with East Geelong there. Hildebrand at the back picks it up. He kicks long to the centre of the ground. It's, great mark O'Malley for Werribee Centrals. From behind, now he decides, I don't know why, to go to Heath Buck. He's had enough kicks, he can't even stand up now. He does get a handball to Kennedy. Kennedy over the top, this time to O'Malley again. That's where it started. He's challenged, but gets a little chip pass, looking for a teammate there at half forward. Numbers with, well, Werribee do well. It's another head-high tackle. Goodness me, umpire, where have you gone? Hildebrand.
Maloney got a hand past Hildebrand. You cleared that throat, Eric, my friend. Has just picked up there by little fella Cornish. He goes straight, in fact, to Baker. Wasn't a good kick. He went inside 50, but he kicked it straight to Baker. He switches play and goes for Hill. The big fella's got to fly. Pastuka goes with him. Hill, clever mark. Plays on now. Springs. He's played well, Hilly. Swings the ball wide towards the centre wing. Zudo's 20 metres in front of his man. Gathers it, hand passes back to Brood, who's running down the ground. That big fella goes for another big fella, McCurry. Front of the pack is Lucas. He's a fair size too. He can't handle it though. Heath Buck's in there. Dives on top of Lucas. In they go. And we'll have a ball up inside the 50. East Geelong in attack, but trailing on the scoreboard 98-60.
So the ball is at centre half forward. Heath Buck reckons it's his footy. Wasn't going to give it to the umpire. But that's centre half forward, just inside the 50-metre arc. 19 minutes gone, final quarter. Big pack of players now around the footy as it goes in the air. Lucas gets the tap down for East Geelong. Stacks on the mill again. Umpire blows the whistle fairly quickly, just as Brad Dixon was disappearing into the wilderness with the footy. So it's now much straighter. It's right in the corridor, centre half forward, 45 metres from goal. East gained a couple of metres there. Breed, lovely tap down. Player in Miles tackled immediately. Can't go anywhere. Gee whiz, it's pretty hard in there. Umpire whistles play again. And the ball really hasn't gone anywhere.
Strike two.
Strike two. Could be a free kick this time, we reckon.
Let's see what happens. The umpire's going to start it. It's still inside the 50 for East in attack now. Up they go. The big fella Clayton, Carlton in fact might have won that. No, it's Clayton. The ruckman is Clayton. He knocked the ball to the ground anyway. A chance here for Miles to run on the footy. Lucas dives in. He gets a little push out. O'Malley, poke off the ground. Didn't go far on as far as Breed. It rebounded back towards Hood. Hood swings around on the 50. Kicks the ball into the corridor. Up goes Zudo. From behind Kennedy. Took a beautiful mark. Just judged it better than all the big blokes. He keeps the ball out wide looking for Chug. It didn't get to him. Hildebrand got a little fist in there. At ground level, Chug gets a little kick. That's not too... Yeah, it is effective because it found Roland back. He picks up. Hand pass to Pastuka. Pastuka runs off half back and hand passes inboard. It's okay. Teammate Simmons is running for him. Simmons now goes long towards half forward. Not a good kick at all. And mark taken by Rory Fitzgerald.
So Fitzgerald now back into the corridor. Doesn't get to Hood. He attacks it. Picks up the footy. Handball over the top. Looks for and finds his teammate there in Maloney. He goes very wide. Numbers with East. There's Chamberlain on his own. Picks it up. Kicks it back inboard. The leads come from Zudo and he's taken the mark 55 metres from goal. Comes straight across the ground. Why wouldn't you go toward the goal? It's all Werribee there as Simmons ducked his head. Didn't take the mark. Now he's given a free kick away. No, the umpire's let it go on as Miles picks it up. He goes goalwards and a belated goal to East Geelong off the boot of Duncan Miles. Has seen their score. That's their first goal for the quarter. 1 goal, 6 they've kicked. 9 goals, 12. 66 East Geelong. 15-8, 98 Werribee Centrals. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. We've just ticked past 21 minutes.
17 minutes into the last quarter. Thanks, Peter Kelly. Newcombe 15-15, 105. The Amateurs 11-9, 75. So it looks like Newcombe 30-point leaders with 13 minutes to go.
Interesting one. So
yeah, I think Werribee might be thankful this is not close because a lot of them are looking for petrol tickets.
I think the big ground lorry does find them out, doesn't it? We've said that before. So this time Breed gets the tap down in the middle once again. Dixon in there, handball to Beck. Terrible handball to Fastuka, but he's good enough to get away with the footy. Handball it out to O'Malley, and he's got a player running there in Heath Buck. He's been handy in the last quarter off half-back. He's getting pretty tired, but he kicks the ball way out the half-forward flank. Calvert, great body work, takes the mark ahead of 2 opponents into the goal square. Mocker Stevenson takes the mark unattended, read the ball well, goes wide out to half-back flank. Hill on his own takes the mark. He's running on pretty strongly. A terrible kick from him, and it's marked almost by Simmons. Should have marked it. Arches the back. Terrible kick from him, but he does find his coach at centre half forward. That's got to be holding the man, surely, as now the umpire doesn't allow. I don't know, I can't work this out. Fair dinkum. The advantage rule surely was there, as Werribee had the advantage, but the umpire wouldn't allow it. So it's back to Chris Gillam, who kicks towards half forward.
Gillam's kick is a good one too because the big fella, the ruckman, Clayton, has dropped back and he takes the mark at centre half forward.
That's probably justice, because he was the bloke who had the advantage.
A nice thinking from the coach too to give it to him. Now he's kicked the ball very wide and found his target okay. It's chugga. He goes for goal. Chugga-lug. He's put it through. He's had a good day, Brendan.
He's played a pretty good game,
yes, that's his second. 16 goals, 8, 104 Werribee Centrals. 9 goals, 12, 66 East Geelong. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 23.5 minutes gone.
He's had 17 kicks and 3 handballs and kicked 2 goals and done a lot of work around the ground as well.
What's Heath Buck's stats?
No, I haven't been doing Heath.
Oh, haven't you?
No, I didn't think
he does his own. He does his own stats, doesn't he?
I think he might. One of you come in the pocket.
He works for the other station. We're not doing his stats.
So back in the middle.
I'll do him next time though when he's playing. I'll give you the drum.
The dying stages. I think East Geelong season all but over. They've been very valiant today, but not good enough at the end of the day. Tap down from Breed to Chamberlain. Chamberlain, lovely control, kick to half forward. In front, McCurry, I think he hit him on the face. Pseudo doing the roving on this occasion. Runs hard toward the boundary, can't pick it up however. Werribee Central's in defence doing well. A terrific work there by Chuggalug once again, in defence this time as the ball comes out. This time Roland Beck gets a handball clear for Werribee Central. In fact, it was Sean Simmons as the ball is rushed toward the boundary. I couldn't see quite what was going on around the corner there, Cookie, and the ball rushed over the boundary line adjacent to the interchange bench for the Werribee Central side. 24.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Ball comes in again. Breed clearly wins the tap down. Unfortunately, not to advantage for Easterlow. Miles runs onto the footy. Now it's picked up by, that was Jewel. Handball to the wrong player. Coming through there, Cornish. He goes to ground. He go Werribee. Handball to Festuca. Where's he kicked it to?
Yeah,
Out wide, looking for Heath Buck, I think. He's out there labouring after the footy. No one within 45 metres. There wouldn't need to be because he's pretty tired, Heath. Picks it up. Just chips it inboard, looking for it. Oh, the umpire saw that. It's a free kick in the back.
Yeah, Gibson just pushed Calvert. Calvert stopped in front of him. He just put the hands out and pushed him apex over base, fairly and squarely in the back. He got the free kick, chipped it in. Good little mark taken by Millard, who dacked back with the flight of the footy and didn't know what was coming. Courageous mark from the little fella. He's in the back pocket, half-back flank area. He goes short, finds Hildebrand, who marks at the true half-back position.
The sting's gone now, Loz. There's a lot of tired players both sides.
Hildebrand now goes towards the centre of the ground, looking there and free kick to Lucas, who was in front of that marking contest.
They haven't paid him for 3 quarters, and they're paying him.
Paid him about 3 in a row now. Now Lucas has got the footy. Can they get a late goal here, East? Lucas goes in towards half forward. Duncan Miles should have marked one. He dropped it, was held on to. So I made sure the umpire saw it. Play on the call. Miles gets around 2 or 3 opponents, gets a hand pass away. Big Gerard Breed's got it. He hand passes it. Well, it was meant for Little Baker. Chipping in, Hildebrand took it off him. Give it across to Hill, who can kick a goal. He livens up and goes for the goal square and misses to the left with a minor score resulting.
4 goals, 3 to Andy Hill, and that's the 13th for East Geelong. 9-13-67. They trail Werribee Central 16-804. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard approaching 26.5 minutes.
Chris Gillum coming off for a
I'm doing his stats. He's finished for the day.
Okay, you can tell him all up.
9 and 5 for him.
Kennedy loves to kick it to himself. He does. Now he kicks the ball out over half-back, looking for Heath Buck. Couldn't quite hang on to that one. Lucas has got it for East Geelong. Handballs it back inboard. Got a teammate there, Chamberlain. Gives the footy. Kicks the ball into towards the forward zone. No one able to take a mark there. That's been the story of the quarter for him. And off hands it goes before Miles and his opponent, Sean Cornish, can get it in. It's out of bounds in the left forward pocket. And the game dying away here. Scoreboard 104 plays 65. Brought to us by Buckley's the Entertainment Centre. And I might go back there for a quiet lemon squash after we finish.
So the ball thrown in. Forward line for East Geelong. Here come Werribee Centrals again. Out of defence. Chug takes the mark unattended on half-back flank. Gets the lead there from Simmons. He's in front of his opponent there in Carlin. Over the top to Festuca. Festuca at least is running for the whole day. Towards half forward. Over the head of both players there. Coming back is Carlton. He can't pick it up. Oh, terrific work. Looking for the safety of the boundary, which is found. That was Kelly of Werribee Centrals. And the ball out of bounds in front of the Social Club here at St Albans.
Our man, Mr. Squiggle, Peter Kelly, just informs us that Heath Buck has got a finger injury. He's probably bruised from the amount of times he's had it today.
In all probability, yes. Ball thrown in. That one, Clayton got the tap down, but only as far as an East Geelong rover. Simmons takes the mark at half-back flank. Finds a teammate there in Carlton. Decides to run on quickly. Kicks the ball towards the full forward position. Mocker Stevenson way in front of Bernardo. Takes the mark. Why wouldn't you play Stevenson full forward? At least he's marking the footy.
Yeah, okay, he has a couple of bounces, runs through half-back. Beautiful kick from Mocker too. Finds his teammate Hood at centre wing grandstand side. Hood straightens up and goes down towards the goal mouth, looking for centre half forward Zudo.
Cunningham.
A bit of a wild swipe at Zudo, but didn't make any contact. McGarry's given away the free kick and it will go to Cunningham.
Umpire trying to quieten him down.
He's short of centre half back, so he hand passes backwards to Kennedy. He doesn't mind this running across the goal mouth, Dave Kennedy, and he does one. He's had 3 bounces. He's lost the 3rd one, but there's no one near him. He's only run about 20 metres, but he's had 4 or 5 bounces. Now he kicks the ball around to Buck, who takes the mark.
The finger must be crook.
And he's just picking his nose there. His finger's all right. Very well done, Heath Buck. Nice little chip pass. And Cornish, who caught one around the listeners a while ago, seems okay. And he marks and goes for Festuca in the centre of the ground. And Festuca marks.
Oh, yeah, Werribee are running through the middle of the ground. Beck takes the mark and continues on, kicks it long to full forward. Bernardo, belatedly in front of Mocker Stevenson, has taken the mark. Oh, quite a few tooting of the horns. They must have enjoyed that. Mark Bernardo probably kickless for the day, I think, Laurie.
Yes, he would be not doing his stats, but
he won't hand pass this then.
No, but he has passed it, and Karkoukas, leading out from the goal square, has taken the mark. He likes to kick a goal. And he's probably within range. It doesn't matter because the siren has sounded and the season is over for East Geelong. We'll watch this. He's entitled to have his kick.
I reckon it matters to Greg Karkouskas. He'll have a shot. He
probably does, absolutely. So he moves in. He's given it all that he's got as the rain starts to tumble down. He will get a behind, I think. Yes, he does. So that makes the final score in the elimination final. Werribee Central, 16 goals, 9, 105, have defeated East Geelong, 9 goals, 13, 67. For the winners, Werribee Centrals, the goal kickers were Heath Buck kicked 4, Simon Colbert 3, Sean Cornish and Brendan Chugg 2 apiece, and 1 each to Sean Simmons, Chris Gillam, Brad Jewell, Dale Carlton, Jason Festuca. For East Geelong, Andrew Hill kicked 4, and 1 each to Chris Carlin, Marcus Hildebrand, Savannah Mizudo, John Adams and Duncan Miles. So there it is, the season over, done and dusted for East Geelong, and fantastic. The game's over. There's a lot of shaking of hands out there, played in terrific spirit, and the final result again, 16-9, 105 Werribee Centrals, East Geelong 9, 13, 67. We'll go to a break. When we return, we'll have Laurie's summary of the game, our 3, 2 and 1, and a look at next week with first and second semi-final coming up for adjudication. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.